Yes, indeed. Yo, what is it, Dale? Welcome to the No Pick Show. There's no hand holding. We do it fashion and emotion. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you haven't already. We got my dog Michael Morgan coming up the top rope, super chat. Appreciate you always, big dog. What's good with your homie? Himmy, what's happening with you, my bro? He said the man turned down more money to go to a team for $3 million. And look, that's been the story with the Pelicans, man. That's been the story with the Pelicans. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. Look, shout out to Zaire Williams, the name I mentioned, I want to say last episode in passing. Or it might have been the episode before last, but I mentioned him recently in passing. Wasn't sure where he would go, but I had a feeling there would be some interest there due to him being like a 3-and-D player available, in free agency. Didn't think he would cost much. Of course, him being a Southern California guy, opportunity to play for the Lakers, opportunity to play with Luka. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go over there. You know what I'm saying? So, and he took so little money that there's avenues for them to still go get Kuminga, and they could be a really strong depth team. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll have Kuminga, Luka, Zaire Williams, Quentin Grimes, Colin Sexton, etc. Like, they could build a really strong depth team. Austin Reeves, of course. Shout out to everybody in the building. Clarence in the building. What's happening? Lonnie, what's the deal? J. Cal, what's the deal, man? Appreciate y'all brothers tapping in. Yeah, so look, bro. What's up, Dakari? Appreciate you, fam. Check this out. This is something I had been mentioning along the lines. Mason, what's happening, bro? Something I had been mentioning along the lines, like, as far as the Pelicans really only have two avenues to improve the roster, one being trade, the other, of course, being drafting, because free agency typically isn't a factor for them. Typically, they get used for leverage in free agency. They're either forced to overpay or they like, man, fuck that. I'm not breaking the bank for a minimum level player. I'm not giving you the full MLE and you're a minimum level player. And believe it or not, they've been asked to do that for certain guys during this period. And they're not going for it at this stage. And you can feel how you feel about that. One, and I think most front offices come to this conclusion after being in New Orleans for a while, having their first true off season. This isn't a glamour market. New Orleans isn't a glamour market, especially not compared to Los Angeles. Two, the organization isn't like highly regarded or highly respected, and it doesn't help when you have a bunch of former players talking about how much they hate the organization and hate the team once they leave. Of course, they're not using the word hate, but you got like Josh Hart saying he hated playing basketball and wanted to retire. You got Brandon speaking about the fan base. He didn't really take a shot at the fan base. He just mentioned how empty the arena be. And you got other people like once they leave, they just shit on the organization, and that doesn't reflect well upon the organization because the ownership hasn't changed. So you can say what Joe Dumars just got here. All right, cool. It's the same owner. Shout out to my dog L in the building. L, what is happening with your bro?
Whoa, what's good, people?
Oh, hold up. I done fucked it up. Let me get this right. There we go. What's the deal?
Whoa, what's good, dog? What's good?
I'm cool,
Well,
bro.
what's up, chat?
Shout out to the homie Brandon in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Shout out to my homie Clarence live. Look, we was talking earlier. Say it's my birthday. Oh, hey man, happy born day to you, brother. Appreciate you,
happy
fam.
Happy G-Day, bro, for
happy
sure.
Happy born day, brother. He said appreciate it's my birthday. Chaz, you and L smoking these boys boots. Man, I appreciate you, fam. We just trying to keep it $1. What's up with your Pelicans, Nola? What's up with your Pelicans, Nola? Mason Brick, shout out L in the building. If you're in the building, man, make sure you hit that like button. So, Al, what do you make of today's news that the Pelicans in the last 24 hours had made a recent press to bring in Zaire Williams, and ultimately he decided to go home to SoCal? What do you make of that?
Two things. One, we already know how tough it is to bring in free agency, right? Yeah. So you just naturally, like, if you just gotta weigh it on face value, the Lakers with Luka and all of the money and opportunity that they throwing out versus New Orleans and the uncertainty of the roster, especially for a player like Zaire Williams, where like, dog, you gotta, this next shot might be it for you.
You need big minutes. Especially if you got an opportunity to start, you need to run.
Like you ain't you can't take no chance. Like you on a 1-year minimum deal. This legitimately might be your last opportunity.
It's like your third team, 14.
Yeah. So like from that aspect of it, it's not really, it just kind of happens. As far as like, the reported news about them offering, significantly more, damn near double the amount, for a player of Zaire Williams caliber, I'm glad he didn't take the deal. To be honest, I'll just be honest, bro, because I'm Zaire Williams does what for you? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's
I think he's a solid player.
No, I'm not saying he's not a solid player, but like that don't really solve the needs. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I think he's a solid player, but again, if you sign Zaire Williams, you still gonna be like, all right, we still need a big, and we still need, you know what I'm saying? We still need shooting to a degree.
I think he would have helped with the shooting, like from a catch and shoot. I mean, he's all right, an all right shooter. I don't think he's bad. For me, I know. All right, but the thing to me that it's symboled is that, or I'm sorry, that it's signaled is that you may not necessarily be comfortable with your wing rotation right now, because
that's for sure a thought that I had.
Yeah.
So like, as far as when I'm speaking about Zaire specifically, more so than like from the Pelicans standpoint, I'm just saying Zaire had been on like 3 or 4 teams. Not that means,
it don't mean much, but this is like, to your point, this is his 3rd team.
Yeah, so like that's basically what I'm saying. Like, throwing $8 million to Zaire Williams I don't think it really moves the needle too much for you. So I'm just saying, if it's the rest of our free agency money, I'd rather use the rest of our free agency for something that actually fits the needs. Now, I agree, in the grand scheme, like you said, with it kind of, they feel as if, because it made me think about Kobe Buffkin to a degree. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
how's that?
But, I know they're two different types of players or whatever, but it just made me, how you said it referenced like to the wing players and stuff. It just made me think, man, they probably not secure with like the guard rotation or the wing rotation, like the players that have the ball in their hands. If you looking at saying, okay, we're willing to give, like, hypothetically, if Gary Trent was, and again, he addresses the shooting to a degree, but if you was looking at Gary Trent, Zaire Williams, you bringing in Kobe Buffkin, and you're telling Kobe Buffkin run the guard, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes me think that you're looking for more perimeter players, as opposed to, I think they were trying to emphasize, because initially we thought they were trying to emphasize the big man. It seemed like they ain't overly worried about that just yet.
I think they know that the Pelicans could trade for a center today if they really just like we just want any center we want. Like, we just want any motherfucker. Like, they could go out there and actively trade for a center right now. Now, there has been a premium placed on centers this offseason, which I do find interesting, because I'm like, I don't understand John Collins countering, like, because I can see if it was just in the West, all these centers were getting paid, but there's got a couple people in the East getting paid as well. John Collins being one of them. So it does seem to be a premium on big men right now. So I think they know that, like, the best center on the market right now is probably Nick Richards. Quentin Post just got $10 million. Like, come the fuck on, right? And not shitting on Quentin Post. I'm just like, nigga. Right? Like, let's get serious here, right? So I do think they probably know they can address the center position via trade if they wanted to. Or, you would also have some opportunities in free agency if it was a Nick Richards. But
that Miles Turner deal is just on, like, you could probably get to the Miles Turner deal.
You could do that today if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Right? Again, one of the names we had heard before was Preston Achua, that they allegedly had made a bit of a run at, and he was asking for close to the full MLE. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. So I think if how I look at it, like, again, Zaire Williams isn't like an incredible 3-point shooter. Shot 34% 2 seasons in a row on about 4 attempts a game.
That's almost as bad as Herb.
34% on.
I said that's almost as bad as Herb. he don't like that. It's only on 4. It's only on 4 attempts. He's shooting. What is that? Like 1 for 4.
Yeah, it's like 1.5 on. I think, but see, that's the thing, right? It's like I think you could look at it like them looking at a wing kind of symbols that one of you motherfuckers might be out of here, because I say that mainly because where would you have played him? Kind of like we had the conversation about Jordan Hawkins the other day. Like Kobe Buffkin, I mean, if you're dealing with a dude like DeJounte who's played like 40 games in 2 seasons, it's like injuries are a factor.
You need
a third guard, hypothetically. Like you would need at least a third guard if he is a rookie, God forbid he gets injured, right? But
gosh,
like just looking at it, we've already gone through like a 10-man rotation, and that's leaving Micah Peavy out, that's leaving Carlo out, that's leaving DeAndre Jordan out, and Hawkins out. That's 14 guys right there. So if you were to bring in Zaire and have a 15-man roster, of course, you're not probably going into the season with all 15 roster spots taken. You're going to probably do a 2-for-1 and bring a center in hypothetically. So that tells me that you probably looking to ship out a wing.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of which wing. But that signals to me that you're looking to ship out one of these wings. Which one? Who knows? But
do you think I could be wrong? But do you think they're having issues with the Sadiq Bey numbers, and maybe we're looking to supplement right there? I know Sadiq Bey's their guy, but let's say Sadiq Bey, like I just saw Gary Trent get 16. I need minimum 20 to 22. And they just
exactly. I'll say this. I like Sadiq Bey, but anything over,
I got 18 max for you, dog.
Yeah, and to me, anything over 18, 19, I'm out of here, because it really does. I have no incentive to do that. I'll just say, all right, you're gonna play out this year on your $6 million deal and see what happens to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It could work out, it could not work out. It don't cost me nothing, because I'm not gonna overpay just because
I like
Milwaukee Bucks had a wink deal with Bobby Portis and Gary Trent Jr. and AJ. Like, they have all these backdoor deals they're doing, and ultimately guys get taken care of the following season. I'm not going to follow that precedent. Now, I do know Troy Weaver has, a bit of a relationship with Sadiq's agent. So I'm like, well, look, it gets to a point where relationship-driven acquisitions and deals got to stop. I don't give a fuck who you like. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or
we got to do business.
If we got a relationship, do me the solid.
Yeah, we got a relationship, man. Look, I took a chance on you. I drafted you. Look out for me. Once you take this 17 million right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay you.
And this love. You know what I'm saying? But I think anything over like 73 to 75 million total, I don't like it personally. Well, what up with you, Be Supreme? Shout out to you, fam.
I don't know, man. I'm not making a big deal out of the, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, the Zaire Williams thing is just kind of like they like, yeah, a player like that from California already is kind of like it. I didn't really take it as much of like a loss. I guess it's I honestly, when he got released, I didn't think when I'm going through my list of people, I didn't have him targeted either. So it's kind of like, for multiple reasons, but just like, I don't think he would have moved the needle for you at all. Just personally.
Yeah, personally. Second. That time of the year, boy. But yeah, personally, I agree. I think
messages be
I think he just symbolizes a larger issue, something that we've seen the Pelicans deal with for years now under David Griffin, under Dale Demps. Like, Dale Demps had a bit more luck because you had Anthony Davis. So you was able to, and you had just got Anthony Davis. So you was able to bring in these distressed assets like Drew. You traded for Drew, and you had with the number 6 pick, which was Nerlens Noel, but you were able to sign Tariq Evans, who at that point had become a quote unquote disgraced rookie of the year. But again, the biggest free agent acquisition the Pelicans have had in years has been Julius Randle. and maybe like Page or Stojakovic, that that was a
that's
long
way
ass time
back in
ago.
the day.
Oh, and James Posey, and that didn't work out at all.
JJ Redick, maybe.
Yeah, JJ Redick, maybe, right? And that was like a favor to Griff. You overpaid him. I think it's kind of like what we've been saying this entire time. It's like two things. Firstly, I would take into account the acquisition or the addition rather of Amanda Green and cap navigation and certain analytical duties. I would take that into account firstly, and secondly, I would also take into account that you just may not want to overpay some of these people. Now, me, depending on what it is and how much it addresses a need, I'm willing to overpay in the short term. Like, if I had like 9 million left, and let's say I got 9 million, and Garrett Trent Jr. or Kuminga, or like a good, let's say Nurkic only wanted, let's say Nurkic was worth the minimum, but I got 9 million and I need a center bad. I'm like, I'm gonna just go get Nurkic, right? I'm gonna just give him this 9. He gonna fall off the books, whatever. Now you got some teams that kind of just doing shit to just do it. Like, I don't know what Memphis is doing, right? They kind of just like doing shit to do it.
You got money you gotta spend almost. So you just kind of making moves.
Right, like they kind of playing spoiler almost, like we're gonna sign this motherfucker just so y'all can't have him go to
like the Quentin Post move is like,
like you got
like maybe somebody said something behind the scenes that it was like, you know what, fuck that, we're gonna show you.
Right, because at this point you got Quentin Post, Aldama,
move. Aldama.
I'm sorry, Aldama with the Dallas. So you got Quentin Post, Edie, Beef Stew, Boozer. And I'm sure you got other bigs. So I'm like, you about to play Quentin Post at the 4. You about to play 2 big lineups. How you exactly are going to do this?
I guess they figure they're going to have space. And whenever you have, because Quentin Post could shoot a little bit too. So maybe you're looking at him as like a spacing big when you have the dominant guy, but he still can rebound. So I don't know. We'll see. It'd be interesting. I like Quentin Post. I wouldn't mind us signing Quentin Post. I don't know about for 10 mil.
Yeah, that's my thing too, because the one thing, it's kind of like what you mentioned with Zaire Williams, is like he can shoot a little bit at 34%. That's better than like 30 or 29%. But it's still like hypothetically speaking, let's say he comes out and he gives you 2 more makes on 4 attempts at like 34, 35%. You don't hate that if it's on like a reasonable contract. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to pay a motherfucker that just don't address my need at all. Like, I don't want to overpay some like I talk about Miles Turner. I don't want to overpay for a big who can't rebound.
No, Miles Turner. I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't be mad at the Miles Turner deal. I guess it depends on who it was for. But this dude gonna have to shoot. Like, he gonna have to be like. And he don't shoot as well. That's what I'm saying. He don't shoot that well, but he'd have to be like, I can't expect anybody to be Karl Anthony Towns level 3-point shooting. You know what I mean? But I need like
you gotta at least be like,
you get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be very close to, just if we gonna account for you not being a great rebounder, then you gotta be like a Naj Reid level stretch or something like that.
And that's why my question would be, what are they putting emphasis on? Because if you feel like, and I'd imagine it's rebounded this based on, I'm just taking them at their word. I haven't had any conversation with anybody based on this, but I would say it would be rebounded. And that kind of takes me back to some of the guys who are quote unquote available, especially depending on what happens with LeBron. Some of the guys who are quote unquote available that would help address rebounding versus 3-point shooting. Cause I think they probably do feel like you could just sign a person who can shoot like 40%, 38%. Them dudes are everywhere, bro. Like, and that's the thing. Shout out to Michael Morgan. He said Herb got 22 million. Sadiq got to get the same.
Shit.
Sadiq got to go for that 22
million. No, he can't. Herb wasn't supposed to get the money.
Yeah, it was a bad deal for Herb.
And respectfully, Herb, and I know people don't care about accomplishments, but at the time, Herb was like more of a sought after a wing. You know what I mean? Like, people were looking for, at the time he came off the 40%, he had shot 40%, and then they gave the bad season. It was like, okay, well, he was injured. He didn't really play. And you thought you was locking up Herb, for a long time, you thought he would go back to what he had seemed like he had developed into. If that motherfucker shooting 29% from three is and the defense is not first team all defensive level, then it's tough. It's tough.
Shout out to the Kari. Which backup big you talking about? You talking about Renard? God, I think Renard gonna stay. I think Renard. We talked about this the other day with Renard and Berenger. I think Renard got an opportunity to be the best big out of this draft, like Renard Cole. But shout out to everybody good, and make sure y'all hit that like button. So now it's all about where the Pelicans pivot to, right? Because again, if we talking about free agents, I know they still got a lot of love for Benedict Mathurin, but I'm like, I can't see you get into Benedict Mathurin's numbers. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just can't see that because for what Ben asking for. So, but you know what I'm saying? Ben probably
you can't even really access your full MLE. Like you'd have to move Hawkins to access your full MLE.
Oh, and this is the fucked up thing. You would have to move him into someone's cap space. Like you couldn't even like take anything back. And look, I know. What up with you, Lean? Shout out to the homie Lean. The crazy thing is, and look, I know. Shout out to Mr. Blackstar. No,
I said that too, dog.
Maxine Renard in the Kings had like an agreement. So
similar to what Henry Vassar did this year.
Yeah, like he forced himself to the Kings, and the Kings was gonna get him. Like that. That's how that worked out. Because I was mad about that too. Because
Henry Vassar tried that too, and Atlanta was like, "Fuck that, we drafting you anyway."
It's like with that, it's like Renard. Like Renard is like clearly a first round talent, and it's like, what the fuck? But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. Like just looking at some of the names that are still available via free agency. I'm not gonna talk about Draymond and people like that, but like you talk about guys like Nicholas Batum, Doug McDermott, Jaysean Tate. Damn, Jaysean Tate.
I didn't think he was that old.
Me neither. That's what I'm looking at.
I was like, dog, is my track wrong? I was looking at because I was looking at the list earlier, and I'm like, son, Jaysean Tate, I think they got him as like 29 or 32 or something like that on that.
He 30.7, so I mean he about to be 31.
31, yeah.
Okay, like, shout out to him. I don't know why dudes into the league late. But here's the thing too with Spot Track needs a little bit of brushing up because they still have Bryce McGowan's as an unrestricted free agent. He's under contract, but you still got Amir Coffey, who I think addresses the shooting somewhat. I know he had a down year last year, but the year before that he was pretty good. You still got Antonio Reeves, the homie Antonio Reeves. I don't think they'll spend a block on him. You got our dog Cam Thomas, who don't address shooting.
They're not gonna do it. GP. They're not gonna do it. But, so again, man, this is where I'm at. Right. When you say you considering Zaire Williams for the minimum, like for $8 million, and he said no, I'm calling Cam for the minimum, dog. Like these are the type of players I'm looking at. If you're willing, because now you've publicly signaled to me that you're willing to take a wing. Right? Yeah, you publicly signal you're willing to take a perimeter player, not a point guard, but like a off ball,
like a real perimeter.
Yeah. So what I look at now is okay. He been dysfunctional as fuck, but what's up with Cam Whitmore? Like I gotta.
Whitmore. I thought you said
Thomas. Both. I'm like Cam Thomas. Because Cam Thomas is a free agent that you probably can sign for the minimum.
I'm sure knowing Troy Weaver and his affinity for DMV players, he probably would love hear about Cam Whitmore. Yo, you know what's funny? No, we be knowing what we be talking about because we literally been having this same conversation for weeks. Shout out to Kathy Wilson and Liam. I see your question. We're gonna discuss that next. I spoke about it a little bit briefly, but we're gonna discuss that next about the DeAndre Jordan contract. But far as a deal, man, I read the scouting report on Dia today. I'll say his motor and physicality sticks out. He's about 6'9". He don't look like 6'10", 6'11", and nothing like that on the screen. He looks a little short on the screen. He looks a little,
he don't look, like a big necessarily.
Right.
You know what I mean? But hey, bro,
one thing I will say though, motherfucker looks strong.
Yes.
Like he looked like strong. I know he's a guy that I like the idea of a player like that if I could get him to buy in. Because if I could turn you into like Kenneth Fareed and just have you just 100 miles an hour running,
you know
I'm
who
with
he
it.
play like? You know who he play like to me?
Who's that?
And it's not like.
And we talking about Malik Dia from the Summer League, y'all.
He play like. And it's just me. He played like RJ Barrett almost, bro. You know how RJ got like the physical body,
stocky,
and he played like RJ game ugly as hell. But like
it is,
it is. But he get to the rim, he be shooting the three, and like your boy game a little smoother. But it's RJ scoring on the NBA level. It's hard to really say if he can score on that level. But he ain't afraid of contact, similar to like that. So like when I was watching him again, I'm like, he really get buckets. And I had to
I respect it, I guess. You know what's funny? Shout out to Lean. Lean. I keep saying this, dog. He looks just like Queen with a motor to me. He just looked like a guy, but he don't waste as much movement as DQ does right now. And DQ, again, second-year player, he gonna figure it out. But he just looked like something about his aesthetic, like the play of his aesthetic. Like he reminds me of Derek. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Shout out to Mike in the building. He said Malik is LSU Nas Reed, bro. Same weight and all. Hey, look, I know
decisive, though. He was super decisive.
And that's the thing. Like, you got the dog mentality. Again, you got 3 2-ways, and I'm sure you could probably bring a guy in on Exhibit 10 if I'm not mistaken. I would like to see Dia and Buffkin stick with the team, bro.
I agree.
Yeah, for that third spot, I think, of course, it's going to Pierre. But I would like to see those two, and I know Pierre going to be here. I'd like to see those guys stick with the team. So a lot has been made of this. I just wanted to talk about this. And I see you, Mike. We're going to talk about Cam Thomas a bit more as well, bro. Shout out to homie Mike in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. So shout out to Lean, the homie Lean. He said, I wanted to gauge y'all's input briefly on the DeAndre Jordan contract. And if you think it was a show and Troy rewarding DJ and giving incentive to retire your Pelican, joining the coaching staff. I released a quick video on this while I was walking early. I'm sure some of y'all saw it. I think, look, this is not a political show, but but I want you to read between the lines when I say this for like some of the people. I think what they did with the DeAndre Jordan contract was done intentionally. I think it's highly, I'm going to say weird. I think it's weird to think that Amanda Green, who has over a decade in front office work in financials and salary cap navigation and strategy, who just came back from Vanderbilt.
Yes.
Troy Weaver
would allow that to fly.
What now? And then you got Troy Weaver, GM, who was a GM for years. Then he was just with the Wizards. And Joe, who's been in the league office, who's been dealing with player associations, dealing with the CBA, dealing with NBA rules, who's a former GM. And these people together have roughly 30, 40 years of NBA experience just in the front office. You think all these people together don't know how the CBA and minimum contracts work? That would be asinine. Like, clearly, this was done intentionally. And you could argue whether it was right or wrong to do intentionally, but clearly they meant to do it. So that's just crazy to me. Like,
I think, and again, we talked about this previously to the season ending, right? That how much DeAndre Jordan meant to the front office.
They love DeAndre Jordan, bro.
Right? Like how much it meant to the front office. So I think, again, could they have done the 1+1 and like saved whatever it was? DeAndre Jordan is trying to get to the 20 years. Right, like this would have bought like DeAndre trying to get his years of service. I'm pretty sure they like the league. I don't know like what kind of incentive package you get for having 20 years of contracted basketball or whatever. Like who knows what the retirement plan for NBA players, would benefits that packages or whatever. But I just think with all of those people I think it was a decision to say, hey, and I get like the little bit on the margins make a difference, but
Yeah,
we ain't signing nobody like, first off, we ain't signing nobody like that anyway. Two, I
not
think
going
it's
into the
to
text, cause
yes, right. And I think it's to show the veteran players that they truly appreciate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, if you do the things that you show us some love, we'll take care of you as well. Right.
Like, yes.
And I think that go a long way of trying to like rebuild some credibility with your veterans around the league.
Bro, like people, and look, me, I've gone on record saying I don't always like doing motherfuckers a solid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, love Drew Holiday as a philanthropist, as a person who gives back to the community. Drew Holiday, it don't get no better than Drew Holiday as a former Pelican. For what him and CJ and Larry poured into the community, it don't get no better. Those are gentlemen. Those are good human beings, dog, for real, especially from a philanthropic standpoint. But what I will also say is sometimes it don't pay off, right? Sometimes, you know, sometimes you can do a person a solid. And like, for example, right, the Pelicans did Jose a solid. Jose never said one bad thing about the Pelicans. He still hasn't to this day. He ain't saying not one bad thing. But shout out to the home Louisiana gal in the building. Shout out to the homie Cullen in the building also. But even though he hasn't said a bad thing, since the Pelicans don't come out and talk and they don't say shit like, well, we wanted to send Jose home.
Yeah.
Like Drew Holiday is the one that said, you know, I went to New Orleans and, you know, they did me right, man. Shout out to New Orleans. They looked out for me, sending me to the Bucks. The Pelicans was looking out for Jose. But since the Pelicans don't really talk, people not going to take it that way. They're going to take it as, oh, you gave away Jose for nothing.
Yeah, you could have got two. You could have got more for Jose.
Yeah, you think we about to get a fucking protected first? No disrespect. I'm just saying, like, people not being realistic with certain things. Like, with some shit, it's building your credit with people that have some cachet in the NBA. Like, you look at shout out to Trey Murphy. When Trey Murphy go on podcasts or go do interviews, people shitting on the Pelicans. And Trey, he like, well,
what
I can't
I'm supposed to say.
Yeah, what I'm supposed to say. We did lose. Like, and you know, when you talk to, or when other players, former players, go to teams, organizations, the first thing they do is shit on the Pelicans. And like the perception, and look, me, I'm saying, I'll close with this. What I've been doing for years is shitting on the Pelicans. So I'm not innocent in this. I'm just as guilty. But it's still like, bro, this is their reputation. So they have to build goodwill with players and agents and things of that nature. But go ahead, bro. I apologize for the tangent.
No, you're good. Just to like re-emphasize your point. DeAndre, if you notice, when they're in summer league, DeAndre is somebody that the league's like. DeAndre got real credibility throughout the league. You know what I mean?
People fuck with DeAndre doing.
Yeah, like DeAndre, you know, say what you want about him now, but like he had a very, you know, very quality career.
Bro, people was locking themselves in the house with DeAndre Jordan. Like it was some weird shit
like, we're not letting you leave so you could, you know what I'm saying? Right. So like DeAndre is you know, has a very good reputation, right? Doing right by DeAndre also kind of not cancels out, but like you trying to make up for some of the shit that was done behind the scenes to players like Jordan Poole, how Looney, who's now gone, might feel about what happened. So like you kind of gotta rebuild your credibility throughout the league, and it's just kind of like, all right, look, DeAndre, we want you here. We'll go ahead and lock you down. Like I'm not saying that the money don't make a difference, but in the grand scheme of things, if you win, don't nobody care.
Yeah, that's all it really boils down to, right?
Yes, dog.
And nobody give a damn. Now, I think that like
how much was fucking UD getting paid back in them days? I'm gonna have to go back and
you know what's funny about that? They ain't won in years. They literally haven't won the big one since LeBron left. And when you come from when you talk about organization that has a standard of excellence that got like 3 and 4 championships, the only thing that matters to them are championships. They don't give a fuck. We made the playoffs. They've been in the play in the last like 4 years with us, with the Pelicans, right? So
losing.
Yeah, so it's like bro just getting a free check. And again, I'm not a person who look, I've never been in the NBA locker room. So it's me got to take me saying this with a grain of salt. I think great leadership doesn't necessarily equal great results or great play on the court, especially when that leader can't play anymore. But I will say there is something to be said about motherfucker winning teammate of the year and things of that nature, right? Again, I'm not a person who buys into stuff like that. I'd rather you be a mediocre human being who just an incredible player, and you know that's my preference. Just because
here's another thought. I just thought about this too. It's like, all right, let's say DeAndre is here for the next 2 years as a player, right? People think he transitioned into the coaching staff. That motherfucker might be transitioning to your front office.
Or that.
You know what I mean? Like we talking about like player relations or something like that. Like, and it'll be nice to do well by DeAndre Jordan if that's something you got planned for him in the future. If you're thinking long term about your organization, because look at some of the other organizations, teams like Philly had Elton Brand, if I'm not mistaken, Jameer Nelson.
Kings got Bobby Knight. I mean, not Bobby Knight, but what's homie Bobby Jackson. Kings got Bobby Jackson.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of these teams,
former
what's his name, man? Before James Jones, before he got jammed up.
No, that's Damon Jones you thinking about.
No, Damon Jones. Damon Jones from Phoenix. I think him too.
He was in that too?
I think so, though.
Oh,
I think so. I think he got jammed up too.
Cold, James.
Yeah, and he was cold, bro. He was like one of the.
That's LeBron's partner.
Yeah, he was cold. So, like, if you think about it, though, like a lot of these organizations have players similar to like a DeAndre that transition into those types of roles, right? So I'm not talking about the coaching staff. I think DeAndre probably views himself bigger than the coaching staff. And I think he's mentoring more than just, I know a lot of people like focus on him and Queen. I think that's just because Queen needs the most attention. I think he's mentoring everybody on the roster. Like he's truly the OG.
You even seen him have to pull Herb to the side. Yeah. I think he's a guy that, like, you know, people lead in different ways. Like, again, a person like him, he's not afraid to curse you out. He a big motherfucker. You know, whereas CJ a little more class. Like, I'm not saying DeAndre isn't classy. But I'm saying CJ a little more like cool. Like, you know, CJ a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Quiet, more of a quiet vet. Look, personally, I'm looking at it like this, bro. I look at it like this. I think everybody got the right to complain about whatever the fuck they want to complain about, especially when you're paying money on something. But I'm still like, what the fuck are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at. I never knock a motherfucker for complaining about something they spend their bread on. I'm gonna talk about it from can't see in the morning till can't see at night if I feel played about my money. But at the same time, it's like, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying?
This thing doesn't, like, if it cost you, hypothetically, let's say that move cost you signing Zaire Williams. If they was like, man, if only you had that extra
$3 million,
well, it ain't even $3 million that's going to him. It's like an extra $1 million, if I'm not mistaken. And like the cap number, it's just kind of like it ain't even a full
the full hit.
Mil. Okay, it was Damon Jones.
Okay. I was about to say, damn, they got James too.
I was about to say, I know one of the Joneses got jammed up.
Yeah, it was Damon, the shooter. Well, both of them were shooters, but Damon, that was one of the Brown partners also. But I think, just looking at it holistically, bro, I just like, you got bigger fish to fry. Like, of all the, like, and again, I don't knock what a nigga complain about because I feel you. Because again, I told you, I think I think leadership is a tad bit overrated if the talent doesn't match it, right? But I also will say that I'm not presuming that they ain't trying to do other shit. Like with the Zaire Williams thing today, that's something that's been reported today. You didn't hear anything about this till today.
Yeah.
So and we've already talked about, Louisiana Gale has mentioned a couple of things as well in the past about things that they've almost count. It don't count what you try to do.
Yeah.
You got it, is count what you get over the finish line. But like I wouldn't presume they sitting on their hands here. But I also will say that I think it's a waste of time because we spent years talking about how cheap and run down the organization is. Now we spending days talking about these motherfuckers. They could have got
wasting money. They blowing money.
Yeah, Gail could have gave that money to Chaz or something. Now, look, I understand that. I'm like, yeah, I would have liked to have that, but still, it's like, what are we talking about here, bro? Like, we got to focus on improving this team.
If they sign another minimum guy and let's say they sign another vet minimum guy and they get the contract right, are we gonna just be like, all right, like, is it cool then?
Yeah, like, and that's my thing too. Is like, I don't know. To me, it's
like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Again, we just talking about Cam Thomas. If you sign Cam Thomas to a vet minimum, 1-1,
or like if you just do, it's like, look, you can do the wrong. Like in the interest of fairness, because I do understand both sides. You can do the wrong thing and get away with it tons of times.
Yes.
Right. So if they, hypothetically speaking, let's say the extra $1 million, right? You don't fuck around and pay that and have to go into the tax. But I highly doubt they will find themselves in many situations to where this extra $1 million is preventing them from executing a trade, is preventing them from doing this, is preventing them from doing that. There exists a world where it can.
Yeah, it's just narrowing that margin a little bit more.
Yeah, like, because if that's the case, you still got like people who have unlikely incentives in their contracts. You got people that's like, well, fuck, if they play X amount of games, if they average this, average that, if they make all NBA team, like, you know what I'm saying? So there's a number of factors that, like, for example, I remember, and shout out to BI. I remember when BI was scheduled to miss the 65 game mark, I think. And it would have made him ineligible for all NBA. Not that he was it might have been Zion. I think it was Zion. It was 1 year, it would have made him ineligible for all NBA if he missed all of those games. Right. And it was like, well, he's not really any threat to make all NBA at like the way things are going this season. Yeah. But it's like, like, you know what I'm saying? It would help if him or Brandon didn't have that extra incentive in their contract, a bonus for an extension in their contract. But I mean, when we talk about minimum contract guy here, this is ridiculous.
Last year, they had the opportunity. I'm talking coming into the season when Zion playing 30 games, they could have avoided the contract altogether.
Yeah. All right, fucking, we gonna come. And some people in the media were calling for that.
Yes, but I'm sure Zion appreciated them guaranteeing that man money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, so I think certain players, when DeAndre was on his way out the league to a degree.
Yeah.
Right. So when they called and brought DeAndre in, and DeAndre has done everything that they've asked and then more, it's kind of like, all right, bro, we want you back. We want you to be a part of this. We're going to take care of you for what we feel the value will be for us. So I'm not overly mad at it. And then again, maybe you could have done like a better business situation. At the same time, it's just kind of like, if DeAndre, and maybe him being that great of a teammate, maybe he did have more of a market somewhere else. Maybe somebody else was like, man, look, come take a vet minimum over here, and be the vet that our team need in a more pristine location. And maybe he was like, say, dog, look, I understand the vet minimum, but I need that second year guaranteed. I'm trying to get the year 20. And again, you could have said, fuck him and let him go. But if you say you value what he brings to your team that much, then it's not that, like, it don't hurt you to do that. Like, it's not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. I'm not saying he did have a market, but just playing like devil's advocate, if he won teammate of the year and everybody was talking about how awesome he is, you don't think there's other teams in the league that'll be like, shit, we could use a DeAndre Jordan to come help mentor our team?
That's kind of how Gary Temple stays in the league.
Yeah, he's been all kinds of team, and people love Gary Temple in their organization.
Yo, so and I'm just saying this to shout out to H. Bizzle. I'm just saying this to acknowledge H. Bizzle's comment. Yeah. And this is just two players. This is just two players. I'm sure if I really wanted to go look into this, I could have done more. But that's 13. That's 17. So would that be 30? David Griffin has wasted $30 million between two lottery picks. I'm not gonna say their names, so I don't want to put them on beam. But two lottery picks. $30 million. So if we want to talk about that, I mean, and that's not to count the 5 second-round picks. Whatever, right? Whatever. That's why I think as we move away from this conversation, I just think for me in closing, I'll say I just think some of the conversation is disingenuous. Like I think a lot of people have more. Shout out to Tennessee.
Most people ain't even know. Yeah, like most people ain't even fucking know. So make a deal of it,
bro. And that's my thing. It's like and shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Again, I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm saying it's inconsequential, and I don't give a fuck. And I don't mind if you give a fuck, but I'm like, if we gonna talk about it, let's not be disingenuous. And I think that's why y'all get them accusations of being, whatever, because it comes across as a little disingenuous. So man, shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. But
before you pivot real quick, you told listen, I said DeAndre was gonna be in a rotation.
Yeah,
DeAndre in the rotation, that motherfucker gonna earn that money.
Boy, yeah, y'all better go ahead and get it. Hey, look, check this out. Shout out to DeAndre, but y'all better go ahead and address that need. Let's go ahead and put a bow on this starting center. Now look, H. Bizzle, that's a good one. That's not even counting the 3 and 4 coaches and shit, nigga. Like Stan Van Gundy, that whole staff, and then the Willie Green.
Listen, bro, if they fire Mosley after year 1, I'm raging.
I think they would have to catch him pissing in the water fountain.
Yeah,
like he would have to do something egregious.
The reason I say that is because you hired you walk in the Griff pad. You kept Alvin Gentry, then you gave Stan the 5-year deal or whatever you gave Stan. And then immediately fire Stan when you thought Stan was the guy. Like you can't fire Stan.
You know what's crazy? And look, I'm giving y'all some exclusive information here. They was trying to get rid of Casey Hill for years. This motherfucker just would not go. This dude survived 3 coaches. He survived Stan Van Gundy, Willie Green, and Borrego. Do you know how insane that is? No. Yo, look, I told you. Shout out to Coach Collins. I was watching the Minnesota Pelicans game, right? The final game from last season. There was a possession where Berger kind of just blew by Queen, and it kind of it looked like one of them Caitlin Clark fouls where he was like, man, move. And he just moved out the way. And Collins had dunked, right? And Collins was just like this.
So listen, dog, when you used to watch, like when you at the games and you watch like the coaches on the sidelines, bro, and you just watch them just like, you know what I mean? Like their natural reactions. Bro, that should be hilarious, bro. I love going to the games, though.
Yo, I want to talk. Like we spoke. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Oh no, you good. I'm just saying, like I wasn't making no point. I just was saying, like, to your point, like seeing the coaches' reactions and stuff.
Oh my God.
To the games, bro. Like watching the coaches like through time, because you know on TV they cut like from the game and whatnot, and you can't really get like the close-ups of what be going on, bro. When you watch like the interactions and shit of like the players and the coaches and all of that, though, it's so much information you get for what's happening out there. Like you can tell sometimes if you're gonna win or lose a game, sometimes just by watching like that. The interactions on the sideline, bro.
Yo, so I wanted to pull this up because we spoke about the homie Carlo, who that's like my son. We spoke about him the other day, and I'm hoping I don't get a strike. Well, not a strike, but I'm hoping they don't fuck up my stream for showing this. Fair use, fair use. This is fair use footage. So I wanted to present some of Carlo's footage to people in the building, in the chat. Shout out to the homie Joven now. He said waste. Griff doesn't waste. He squanders, misuses, has misapplication, organically miscalculates opportunities of wealth. Yeah, look, that's a juvenile. That's a fancy, articulate way to say he lights it up in a spoon, sticks a piece of cotton in it, gets a nice needle. It might be a dirty needle, and sticks it into his fucking veins. Because Griff was a mistake addict. But I will say this: Griff making mistakes doesn't excuse other mistakes. So hopefully we can our mistakes are in the past. So let's go over some of Carlo's film. You know, I say I fuck with the homie Carlo here. So let me see if I can just make this
boy a gazelle, dog.
Carlo's an incredible athlete. That corner three, bro. If Carlo can master that corner three, though, like he would just be super duper impressive.
He needs more opportunities, bro.
He definitely needs more minutes. More. Watch out, little bitch.
I don't even mean from like a minute standpoint. I mean more like a maximization of what he does. Like spot him up in the corner and either have him cut or just like make sure to look for him. You know what I mean? Like the emphasis should be like, say, bro, if he in the game, like he need to get up 5 to 6 threes like while you're in.
I think the point you just made is excellent as far like, and he's such a great athlete that his recovery speed on chase downs is going to be incredible. Great vertical guy, doesn't foul a lot, doesn't really have strength to go underneath the rim and bang with the big boys. He's one of those guys that I think would have. He's a person that I would have switching defensively, and I would just have him crashing the boards when he's in the game, like because I know he can get putbacks and things of that nature. If he under the rim having to box out and do things of that nature, I think he gonna take an L more often than not. Great dump off pass right there by Jeremiah Fizz. But I think the point you just made, I 100% agree with, bro. Is like maximization. I think one of the things that, like, look, I think
give me that shit.
It would be a mistake to. And I don't think the Pelicans think this, but I think it would be a mistake to presume that internal growth and new coaching would solve all of the Pelicans issues, because even 100% healthy, you still have 2 gaping holes on the roster. Pause. One being 3-point shooting, one being defensive rebounding. But I do think if you can maximize a guy like Carlo, it'll help you steal possessions. Like if Carlo could get you extra 4-6 points during the run, a couple extra rebounds, he take a couple more 3-point attempts. They lost by average of 12 points last season, if I'm not mistaken. Can someone fact check me on that? Was the Pelicans average loss last season about 12 points?
I think it was like 10 to 12, something like that, point differential.
Okay. Yeah, so that's easily correctable with higher usage, defensive rebound, and of course you're not gonna win every game, but you can win more games. Oh, what did y'all think y'all was doing? But Carlo cold. I ain't like he ain't cold for like a standpoint of I hate to use certain words. Carlo's a very entertaining player.
He's a good dog. Listen, he can be a good role player if
he can change games for you.
You know what I think, and I don't know if this sounds right or not. I feel like they don't respect Carlo as a true player on the team.
You think right now they don't, or you think before?
This like the players. Like for example,
you think they don't?
This is what I mean. Like people throw it to Carlo when you ain't got nowhere else to throw it.
Like he's a dump ball.
Yeah, it's like, all right, fuck, I guess I gotta go to Carlo. As opposed to if you knew Carlo was gonna be able, like if they had, I don't want to say, but like let's say Brook Lopez of a couple years ago, right? Let's say it was Milwaukee, Brook Lopez. Carlo be open a lot, bro. If you had the confidence in Carlo, like he would shoot more than 2-3. What is he shooting? 2 threes a game, I think. Like
I think it's
he
one.
only average. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You only average like 1 or 2 threes a game. He not even really playing that often. A player that has the capability to shoot the way that he's shooting, and with the athleticism, you would think they would look for him more. But that's the problem. That's also the problem with the team in general. They ain't looking for nobody.
I think if you look at Carlo's minutes, his minutes along with Eve's minutes,
this been the change. This ain't Carlo. This somebody else.
It changed.
I think the video. Yeah, I think the video. When we looking at like at Lake Rui, we looking at Rui.
Oh yeah, he done dubbed. He done had 2 videos. Then shout out to bro. I think Carlo, and I like Sandro a lot. Shout out to D for real. Sandro was doing his thing with the Raptors. That dude was a big bucket getter, dog. I ain't gonna lie. But so Carlo last year went from playing 18 minutes a game to 14 minutes this year. Shot 2 less attempts this year. Improved on the 3-point shooting. Got 2 less rebounds this year. Averaged 7 points last season, 5 points this season. But I do think Carlo
down too.
Yeah, minutes going down.
Playing more with rookies.
Yeah, playing more with rookies. Maybe some of the situations you're in, like maybe you playing more toward the end of the season when other teams aren't trying. Like there's a couple ways to counter it, right? But what I will say is, he's a supreme athlete. He has a nice touch on the 3-point jumper. I think if the offense actively had some real sets that we were running and guys could screen and get downhill and maximize what Carlo does, I think one of the things that will maximize what Carlo does, and this what makes it a little bit difficult when you have point guards that can't beat people off the dribble, is Carlo crashing baseline, Carlo in the corner, right? Carlo in the dunker spot. I think all those things, Carlo crashing from top of the key or from the free throw line, getting put back dunks. I think he's gonna have to be an 2-time Gemini. Are you sure about that? The average margin of loss was 6 points. You sure about that? I have to look again. Thank you for the fact check. I appreciate that. I thought the last time I looked it was 12. But either way, like a couple easy buckets, easy possessions, like you advocating for, alley oops here and there, getting them out in fast break, getting because if you get a defensive board and you throw it up to Carlo, there ain't many players in the league that can run with Carlo or Zion on a fast break, or even Trey in the open floor. Like once you throw it up, them dudes yamming it for easy too. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's about generating easy looks for guys, and that's something we struggle with a lot over the years because we don't screen well, and sometimes we struggle to beat the primary defender off the dribble and collapse the defense. But what do you see as maximizing the utilization of Carlo? Like, how can they get him more looks and take advantage of some of his gifts?
I think they're gonna naturally play with more spacing. Like it's just gonna naturally be more spacing. If you could get quicker decisions, I think what I'm hoping for at least is that with less freedom, right, that the decisions are kind of not predetermined to a degree, because you can't predetermine everything. But I think
I'm sorry. Now I'm seeing what the fuck, because according to AI ain't always right. Now I'm seeing they lost by an average of 9.2 points. I'm starting to feel like this shit depends on when you look during the day. But go ahead.
I don't know. I just with Carlo, I was watching Pelicans and Orlando games today, dog. Like I spent like the first 8 hours of the day watching these motherfucking games, bro, trying to get a comparison of what we was doing, and just kind of like when I look at the amount of spacing, well, that makes sense because we was talking about Miles Turner being like how like why bring in Miles. And you know,
I think you talking about like the highlights, like we was there. That shit had
he was.
Like, where Rui came from? Go ahead.
He was cutting through all kind of people. I guess it was like shoot spacing, bigs or whatever. I know you're not a fan at all, but like if they brought over, never mind. I was about to be like, I asked like the Brooke Lopez question before. You just was like, fuck no, can't get
Brooke. Just ain't Brooke done. Done.
How many minutes you think you could get from Brooke? What Brooke?
Well, he with the Clippers. Let me see what Brooke played last year.
Brooke make?
Brooke look bad. last year. Brook probably making like $8 million or something.
That's round your money. You gave it to Looney.
Brook not a free agent though.
I know. You can trade into your MLE.
I don't really know if they would have Brook making 9. So you couldn't even do that right now. You would have to
fucking DeAndre.
Yeah, you have to waive. But here's the thing. I also don't want to give Brook no 9.1. Brook. Last time I saw Brook, man, Brook looked bad. I'm saying like he on crack or some shit. Yeah, man. Last time I was watching that.
Brook looked bad, boy. Man, I was watching that the Clippers Pels game, bro. When we
beat them at home.
Down. Yeah, we at home. They was down early and then came back. Bro, Brook was just so much bigger than everybody on the court.
He was a big motherfucker. Brook rebound has been awful.
I understand, bro. What has his shooting been like lately?
It has been great. Like, well, last year he shot 36% on 4 attempts. That's good. The year before that, 37 on 4 attempts. Year before that, 36 on 5 attempts. Like his last real good year was in 22-23. Like the last year he was really with well, that wasn't the last year. He was with Giannis.
How many minutes he playing a game? It can't be a lot.
Too many. 21.8. That's too many at 37.
Yeah, see, that's too many.
Yeah, you need that motherfucker need to be playing.
Give me listen, bro, give me Messi starting. Give me the mix of Carlo, Queen, and Brook for like, give me 15 minutes from Brook, bro.
Thank you, 2-time.
Give me 15 minutes from Brook. He can't be that different than like some of the other shit that we out there looking at. That's my point.
I honestly think I would rather find I don't think Houston would do this. Now, shout out to H. Riddle. That's a good point. You can send Hawkins in like a second or something. But I would rather find a way to get Steven Adams. Is Steven Adams a free agent?
He not a Steve. I think he's still signed.
Yeah, he not free agent, right? But I would
I would take Steven Adams.
Yeah, I think Steven Adams is a little more solid compared to Brook. Right? Yeah. Like the last time I saw Brook looked bad. Now maybe he just didn't give a fuck no more.
Beggars can't be choosers, man.
I ain't that different though. Like Brook, because I think again, like you find yourself in a position you just like, well, fuck. All I need now is a center because Brook looked bad. Like, hold on, let me see who's still available at the power forward position.
I was saying Nick Richards available. I guess if you not,
you almost do better getting Kelly on Lick.
I'll take Kelly. I'll take Kelly too.
Like, if you're gonna do that, like you almost.
I wouldn't mind Kelly. Listen, bro, if they brought Kelly Olynyk, I'm not trying to give none of these dudes more than like 15 minutes a game anyway.
Yeah, Kelly. I like Kelly Olynyk as a player. He didn't get much run in San Antonio, but the type of player he is, he can like.
He looked. The games he played with Zion, he looked good in those games that he played with Zion.
Now, looking at some of these guys, some of them are over the hill. Some of them are super young, like Jeremy Sohan, but he don't really answer nothing for you.
Nothing, and he's terrible.
Yeah, he's awful. Shout out to Jeremy Sohan. No disrespect.
I rather have Brook, man.
And you got. Like I think I got a suspicion. I got a suspicion that they still have some interest in Kuminga, but Kuminga want to get paid.
Kuminga wants some money.
Kuminga wants some money, and my thing is, you at a point where even if you didn't
send out Herb or something like that.
Yeah, look, shout out to Louisiana. You said we down biggity fucking bad.
Like, what you gonna do? What's your options at this point?
Oh yeah, like
I said Nick Richards.
To me, Richards is the best option of the bunch. But see, here's the thing though: you being the Pelicans, nigga might try to stick you up. Oh, Thomas Bryant went back to the Cavs, juvenile, if I'm not mistaken.
He did.
He went back to. They actually should have played him more in the postseason, but he was dealing with some kind of weird injury. Yeah, I like Kelly, but I think
start throwing out when you really start verbalizing the options again. Unless you go and trade for somebody, right? You already know how I feel about Webb. I'm not gonna do no talking about Webb because what I feel about Webb is like it's been documented.
I gotta get somebody from Milwaukee on the show. I'm gonna try to get the one of the lockdown hosts from Milwaukee on the show. H. Bill say, what about JV? Now I know JV. Something came out today that say him going back to Europe isn't guaranteed.
Yeah.
My only thing is like with the Pelicans, is like motherfucker gonna try to stick you up, but see, you desperately need a center. So if
JV ain't that much better than Brook at this point,
well, JV. See, here's the thing though.
I'm saying, like, at this point, he ain't that much better than Brook.
No, Brook looked like he was dead. Like, so, JV.
Have you watched JV, though?
But see, that's the thing. Is like, I don't think either are like excellent options. But I do think JV right now is better than Brook. Just, it ain't about a lot. But
he's
for what you need.
Sandwich.
Like for what you need, he's 5 years younger than Brook, and he rebounds, right? But also, it's like I don't really know what JV wants. Like, does he want to stay in the country? Does he want to go home? I have seen that deal doesn't seem like a surefire thing like it initially did. Like he absolutely going. So maybe he's sticking around in the States. The motherfucker's still hostage. But but I'm gonna say this. The Pelicans, from what I understand, are looking at wings via free agency, right?
Yes.
Or front court 9 centers.
Yes.
Now, I don't know what that means exactly for Herb and Trey and whoever else along the perimeter.
It might not mean nothing, to be honest. They might be just considering playing small ball, just more athletes out there.
Might not mean shit, right? Yeah. But it's like, I think it's interesting because it tells me that your primary focus for the center position has to be trade, especially based on what's available right now. Either you're going to trade for this wing and the shooting you may be looking for, or you trying to trade for this center. And I think the center might be a little more where they're trending trade-wise. Like,
you rather Hunter Dickinson, you rather Hunter or Brook?
Neither. But I'm probably if Hunter or Brook, I think Hunter's that. I mean, I think Brook's that bad. Like right now, I'd rather not have a center than either one of them. But it's like, to me, the thing I would be looking at from both of them at this standpoint is like, can you set a good screen? Like, if you can set a good screen, I can play you like 5 minutes, but fuck, Kevon Looney can set a good screen.
Bro, like 36% on 4 attempts ain't bad for like 15 minutes.
I need my center to rebound, bro. Like, to me, that's really what it boils down to. Like, I don't really need for me, I don't really need my center to shoot. I need my center to rebound.
Let me ask you this. Offensively, right? Offensively, do you believe that if you had a spacing 5, I think you'll be able to have more let's say Brook Lopez was your center, right? Wouldn't it ideally drag the center away? Because it's not like if you got JV out there, like that guy's not like, you think people still have to guard Brook on the perimeter, or you think they would be like, fucking shoot that hoe?
I think they live with it. Here's why. Here's why I say that. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me see if I can find this. I think when you got a player like Zion that scores almost exclusively at the rim, like people like Zion fell off, his efficiency fell off. This motherfucker shot 60% at the rim last year. 60%, right? His career high is 62%. Yeah. So it's like he had so I think even if I'm a defender, I'm gonna go and challenge the 60% guy versus the 36% guy from behind the arc. If he happens to make it, cool. But I can't let this motherfucker here just, go crazy. That's why I think for a player like Zion, well, what up with your dad? Shout out to the homie dad.
Oh, it was good.
You would have to have a center that's just like, I'm trying to think who this. It would have to be like Porzingis. It would have to be like a person who just like, nah, this dude shoots threes. Like this is all he does. Like
that's why that's the only reason I considered. I'm like, no, I just wonder, and that's you know what? It's not just, and it's the same concept. The same concept with Carlo, right? You gotta have those players get the volume up. He's really the only big that can shoot currently on the roster, right? You have to have
you think DQ gonna shoot better from 3 this year, or you think it's still like a ways away?
I think he's gonna shoot more of them. I don't know how much better it's gonna be just yet. I think he'll attempt more of them though. I don't think he'll hesitate on them as much as he did previously. But similar to Carlo, like Carlo don't hesitate when he got an open look, he's shooting it. Yeah, he need more opportunity.
I think you really just gotta, like, to your point, you just need motherfuckers that can take advantage of those wide open opportunities that Fears and Zion can create.
Yeah.
And it depends on, again, like, shout out to homie Ryan. He ain't here tonight, but like he mentioned before, and shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button.
Man.
Like Herb and Misi lineups, it's like, it's too much to overcome. You gotta get some more. Like, even though Zaire Williams, he's an incredible shooter. It's like if he could have shot like 35%, that would have been a bit more like cool.
It would have been better than what you had. Like PV don't shoot. As of now, PV don't shoot. As of now, Herb don't shoot.
Yeah.
Bryce.
Like
Bryce and Trey pretty much are only
and look, even a motherfucker that's not thought of as a shooter at all, like Kuminga shot 34% last year from
I would take listen, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I know people.
And Kuminga got 5 rebounds the last 3 seasons in a row, too. Almost 6 rebounds.
People say what they want about Kuminga, bro. Like, I wouldn't mind putting Kuminga in the starting lineup, and I'd have zero hesitation about doing it.
Over who? Over her?
Yes.
Man, I wouldn't mind putting motherfucking.
The reason I said is because, like, people, like, one of the issues that people have with Kuminga is like Kuminga, without knowing, right? Because Kuminga came off the bench in Atlanta and did all of the things that they asked him to. But a lot of people have the idea that, hey man, Kuminga still views himself as a star, so they don't think he would defer or play more of a role on this type of team. What you think about that?
I think Kuminga is at the point in his career where he's chasing paydays. Like, he needs to have a great season.
Yes.
And have like a player option to opt out and then get like a good contract. I think that I heard this from 2 people I trust. Kuminga trying to get that motherfucking money, but the money ain't out there for him right now. Like
it
that.
Ain't.
So Kuminga, I think he gonna want at least. I think he gonna want at least the full MLE, because I don't know if the 25 million is out there without a sign and trade.
No.
Now here's the kicker. Maybe you sign and trade him. Now, and if you sign and trade them, what are you signing and trading? Like, I
would say Herb today.
Oh, so if Atlanta call you right now,
I would say Herb.
I was getting that. All right, so if Atlanta call you,
I would say Herb.
This is the clip right here. Clip this part. This part. Now we talking. So if Atlanta call you, right? Shout out to Atlanta, 28-3. Atlanta call you and they like, yo, we're willing to work with you with a sign and trade for Kuminga, but we want Herb. Now you don't have the base year compensation issues anymore because Kuminga's not restricted, right? Herb still only make about 15 million, so that's about the full MLE. So, or even if you wanted to say,
I'm not giving him 25. He can't get 25.
Yeah, you ain't getting 25.
Oh,
but
okay,
I think it would have to be like about 2 years, 2 to 3
years.
Yeah. So if you were like, all right, look, Kuminga, we'll give you 2 years.
2 for 30, 2 for 32.
2 for 32, second year player option. Or second year team, or whatever, team option, what have you. Right? Would you do that deal? No picks.
Absolutely, 100%.
The reason I bring it up is because there were some rumors that supposedly Atlanta would be willing to do a sign and trade for like Vanderbilt and a pick swap with the Lakers. Now with Herb, you're not adding no motherfucking pick swap.
No, like, Vanderbilt don't play. Herb,
Vanderbilt don't play. Period. Herb just plays bad.
Yeah.
So it's a difference. So
and in their system, Herb fits their system better than Vanderbilt and maybe even Kuminga
but shit, you know, they like, well, fuck, we already got Dyson, so do we need her? I don't know.
Well, you know what? That to be honest, realistically, if I'm them, yes, yes, because I would take Herb and then try to flip Dyson.
You know what though? If I'm them, just being honest, I would rather have Dyson only because now he makes more than Herb, but I think Dyson's a better player. I think Dyson's a better player than Herb right now, though.
I think so too. I mean, you talking right now. You talking about what would they do with? Because this is the thing, Herb off the bench. I think Kuminga is the better player than Herb, right? The issue is you not trying to pay Kuminga the money.
You're not trying to pay him the 20
you're not trying to pay him the bread. So if like give him to another team and you don't really want to extend him anyway, Herb, y'all can afford to deal with Herb's 15, 20 million or whatever to have that level of player, even if he on your second unit, spot start, you know, it takes some of the defensive pressure off of Dyson fully, you know what I mean? It relieves James. What's his name? Jalen Johnson a little bit.
CJ.
You still got CJ who's not really going. So you need to a degree.
You can build like a Portland like defense where you just have elite defensive wings.
Elite wings. And when Herb and Dyson was last seen together, they won 49 games.
This is true as well. I think also like I'd rather get something for Jonathan Kuminga than nothing. But at the same time, it's like it's tough for me to see Atlanta doing it unless it was a 3-team thing, or the idea was, all right, well, we gonna move one of these dudes at the deadline. We just trying to get the asset in the building. Kind of like with Porzingis. Like how they ended up moving Porzingis, but they just got the asset in the building.
Yeah, they signed him and then was like, all right, we're gonna redirect him.
Kuminga, come on. Then it was like, all right, well, we ran out of time. We need this money. Nobody want to take this $25 million deal. The good thing that worked, see, Kuminga do something weird and just sign for $4 million with the Lakers. But see, the thing that worked in the Pelicans' favor is that Pelicans like, well, we got $8 million and we got a pathway to give you about $12 million or $11 million. We got a realistic pathway to do that.
Yeah.
But you think you about to go to the Nets? Like, where you think you about to get 20 mil at? Like, you know,
ain't nobody giving it to you, bro.
And then you're not exactly sought after like that.
And then not just this the thing. It's not just you getting the money. You still got to get the opportunity to go play and contribute, bro. Like, where you going? That's like, because like if you go, for example, if you go to fucking Brooklyn, dog, Brooklyn got so many young players and Randall and like all of, you know what I'm saying? All of those teams, though, you can't afford to take on, give Kuminga money and then like no, bro, it's just it's not working. Like he got a couple places. This is what he gotta hope. He gotta hope the Clippers like back out of this deal for Peyton Watson.
It may even end the shit, really.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, they've been rumored to have interest in Peyton Watson. So like back out of the Peyton Watson thing, and then maybe they be like, all right, well, fuck, maybe Kuminga could do some of that. But like the pick, all right, bro, Pickens gonna be slim. You was out there, you was already out there like in free agency a year ago.
Like if not the Pelicans, if The Lakers realistically offered him 220, well, 2 years for $20 million. That's $10 million each. If the Lakers realistically offered him that, and he was like, "Nah, bitch, you got me fucked up," then you know he'll take like 15, or he'll probably take whatever's more than that.
Yeah,
but it's like,
if it's not, the cold part is if they was coming to you with 20 initially and then double bag.
I think that's probably what happened. A little
and then double bag was like, well,
like
actually, we got 10 for you.
Man, something came up, bro. You know, I had to
so you want to give me 10 on top of the taxes?
Yeah, Quentin Grimes gonna make more than me.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? He don't think like that. But I think, and shout out to everybody in the building, man. We started y'all questions. We're gonna answer y'all questions in a moment. Make sure you hit the like button. Also, I think you would have to figure out some type of sign and trade to make this work. And I think the only realistic thing I could see via sign and trade that don't, because here's the thing, you would have to get rid of one of your primary rotational players anyway, because there's no way, bro, just using logic based on a couple other players I heard that they have interest in. One being the world knows now in Williams and maybe Kuminga. We'll see. There's just no way you can bring another wing into the building and not get rid of one of your wings that are actively playing rotation minutes. Because even if you say, all right, well, look, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just not gonna play PV or Bryson. Oh, Bryce. I'm not gonna play Bryce. Like, Bryce was only probably gonna play like 12 minutes. Yeah. PV probably wasn't gonna play at all. So you're gonna give Kuminga 12 minutes? No, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna probably like cut into Herb's minutes, or you're gonna have to move on from Herb or trade. Like one or two, and moving on from trade kind of hurts you in the situation, even though they already had some interest, you know, in some dealings talking to Atlanta prior to the draft. But I just can't see it happening. Like, I just can't see it.
It's gotta be Herb, though.
It would have to be Herb. Like, in this scenario, it would have to be Herb.
It's gotta be Herb.
There's no way you about to bring Zaire Williams into the building and you're not gonna give him minutes. Like last year, Herb played 28 minutes. That's about 10 minutes too much. Right. So if you, I don't mean in a fucked up way. That's about 10 minutes too much. Right. So if you bring in Kuminga, you're not gonna give Kuminga 10 minutes.
Not if I pay you 15 mil. But I don't know, man. They gave Jordan Poole 34 mil, and
that was under old boy. Right. So that's why I'm like, nah, y'all, it's too many cooks in the kitchen. Somebody, one of these wings gotta go, and it gotta be a big minute wing. It can't be like Bryce or PV, because again, like if we go through the rotation again, right? Not even minutes allocation, just the players that you like. These dudes are gonna play. If nothing changes with the roster, Zion, Fears, Queen, Trey, Herb, DeJounte. I said Queen, Eve.
Sadiq.
I said Eve already, but let's say Sadiq.
No, Sadiq.
Yeah, Sadiq, Bryce probably. Well, let's start. That's just do it.
Oh, here you go. All right, here you go. Trey, Sadiq, Zion, Herb, DeJounte, Fears, Queen, Poole, Eves, Bryce, Pot. Well, even if you don't get the Bryce, but let's just say those that we just named for sure are gonna play.
Yeah, and then you got
PV, Bryce, Hawkins, Carlo, PV.
Yeah. So, and here's the thing: if nothing else changes, even if you add a big, like DeAndre most likely not gonna play. So if you add a big, you gotta presume Carlo gonna get a couple minutes here and there.
Some minutes.
So the wing, so that means that's big man minutes though.
Carlo getting minutes on the strength that he athletic, he your only shooting big currently on the roster.
So, but I'm saying like that's big man minutes. So for the perimeter minutes, if you was I'm just using logic and my detective Columbo skills here.
Sadiq, you think Sadiq minutes getting cut? No.
I can see him going to the bench and his minutes getting cut.
But it's
like other than that, like What that mean? One of these wings is going though. Oh well, they might not go, but one of these wings you're probably looking to do something with if you're actively pursuing wings via free agency. Again,
It's
I
gotta
don't
be.
know
It's gotta
how
be
many.
Herb. It can't be like it's gotta like the
Like, oh my
all
God, no, Sadiq played
like
31
28,
minutes
30
last
minutes.
year,
Yeah, I'm about to say
so he
28 to
should be
30
playing
minutes.
probably like, let's say you take 10 minutes.
25.
Yeah, you take 10 minutes from her, take 6 from Sadiq, but still, you're not gonna give Kaminga Zaire 16 minutes. Like you probably would have gave him at
No.
least 20. 20 is a respectable number. Not
Jeremiah
everybody.
Fields played 26 minutes last year.
He
So
probably gonna
like,
play about that this year, maybe a little less.
he gonna probably be in the 30 number this year. I think he gonna be close. No, I think
30?
him and
You think
yes,
him and Sphere, I mean him and DeJounte gonna split minutes like that?
I think they're gonna be on the floor together a lot, bro.
Ooh.
I think he's gonna be on the floor a lot. I was looking at the lineup today, though. I'm looking at the roster today. DQ, like, because initially I was watching some of the games and I was like, because I was going back and forth between Orlando and Pelicans games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dog, Mosley might try to start DQ at the 5, right? But this was the thing that made me say he can't. If DeJounte is starting at the point, he cannot start DQ at the 5, simply because the style of play, DeJounte handles the ball a lot, right, and that's counterproductive for like what DQ does to a degree, and DeJounte is better with the pick and roll, lob threats, and he's just not a lob threat. So like, when I was just like examining the roster, is the starting center gotta be, if DeJounte is your starting guard, it's gotta be Eves. If you starting like DQ, then Fears is gonna be your guy. I know that might seem weird.
For me, like I kind of said something similar. They like, well, DeJounte can't really play off ball.
Yes.
I just don't see no benefit to starting Derek. Like, just
that's what I'm saying. No, I agree. Yeah. I was just looking at the tape and I'm like, man, would he try and start? I was like, whoa, would he try and start Derek? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I wonder if he would try it. That's what I was looking for, like trying to see, like, would he try and start him at the 5 or play him at the 5, like incrementally? Because I was trying to see what his big man rotation looked like, right? And I'm like, man, would he try and fucking start Derek?
Did he start? Well, fuck everybody, like Paulo.
Everybody, yeah.
They were like 6'9", 6'10". I was like, did he start on board? It was like, well, Paulo 6'10", 6'9".
Listen, that's why I was looking at it. I'm like, well, the way he run the offense with Paulo, I'm like, maybe he think Derek could do some of that. I don't think
he thinks that.
I just was trying to figure. Listen, bro. I'm studying right now, trying to find the pathways, though. I'm studying.
Look, man, and I said this yesterday on the show. What you need from a big man at this point right now, you really need someone who's just a high motor guy, crashing the boards and can hit an open 3. You don't really need necessarily an orchestrator. Like, I use the analogy, like
Eves and Carlo, bro.
Yeah, like I think it would have to be either Carl. Like, and shout out to we then together. She said, I don't think Fizz and Queen can play together either. The numbers are terrible with both of them on the court.
But that's gonna be your option. That's the only option, really.
I think
I was watching them play too. They was both pissing me off, dog. I ain't gonna lie. They both played so selfish to me, and it really was frustrating.
Oh yeah, I like Dia. Dia nice, personally.
It was really
I think he's a nice two-way guy. I think look, because I don't see a world where the Derek thing works. I hope it works. I just every time, though, I done thought about this, and every time I was like, well, what if you like if Zion leave and Derek the guy? I'm like, well, no, but that don't really what that do for, like I just don't see it.
I'll say this. Mm-hmm. From what I watched, what I watched and like just watching them, the way that it works, bro, is like they're gonna have to have, and I know I talk about the mentality and the immaturity and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They really gonna have to buy into the concept of team ball, right? Because let's like when you watch them play early and then you piece together the stuff of like, for example, them liking the post of being like they carrying the team, and then like the, you know, you remember that from the beginning of the season. Yeah. So like with that is more so like when I watch them play, they were and especially when your team not good, right? They were playing as if like I'm watching Fears look off Trey. I watch DQ, like DQ make certain plays, but at the same time, like a rebounder come down. Let's say somebody else get the rebound. All right, somebody else is inbounded. He hanging back trying to bring the ball up the court. It's like, no, bro, get your ass. Like enough of that kind of stuff. So it's just, to me, if they get the mentality part right, get off the ball quick, more team oriented. And I know you, it's just, I can see it just pissing you off. I think that's gonna be the only. I just think that's gonna be the only hope, because you're gonna have to lean on the talent around you as opposed to you being like trying to make yourself the center of what it is that's happening. Do that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, if you got incredible buy-in, like again, I think with Derek, there's I just think there's two type of players, bro. Like, what, three? There's players who just bad. There's players that you like, he'd be good if he added this. And then there's players that like, well, if he just changed everything he did, he'd be a good player. Like, and to me, with Derek, I kind of just see a person that I'm just like, the skill set he possesses, I just don't think you need anywhere on the court. So he would have to become a shooter, high motor guy. Like he had to become like a motherfucker that just crashed the boards, got rebounds, started fast breaks, ran the break with you. Like, you know, got to get better at finishing at the rim and get knocked down a wide open catch and shoot three. Because like if I'm like, all right, there he got the ball at the top of the key, set the tables, and he's holding the ball for like 5 seconds. Like I need another big man on the court to screen. It ain't gonna work.
That ain't gonna work. No.
And also that ain't gonna work neither. So that's what I'm like. That's what I'm just like, fuck, how can I maximize this? And I think the best way to maximize it is really be like, well, Derek, look, bro, it's not fair to you, but I kind of need you to change how you play. And I need you to be like 100% motor Montrezl Harrell type player.
So this is how I view it. Like if he can secondary, like I'm not expecting him to get down the court first, right? Let's just cut that out. If he can last man on a break, secondary play make, if he get the rebound, get it out early, like, because he's a good passer, a good enough. Like his issue is trying to go coast to coast type. You know what I mean? Those like over dribbling.
My thing is,
over dribbling.
I don't know if he's a good passer.
I'm not talking about like. I think he's a good passer. I'm talking about like like Hunter Dickinson, for example, got the rebound, threw it up early to Malik Dia, made that a same type of play. Kevin Love used to make that play a lot. You know, he was known for like full court chest passes and stuff like that. I think he's though, like I could see a role. It's just more like it's more I'm for real, bro. It's more like a secondary. It's more like because they've used him like a primary.
I can see him as like a connector type guy, but like I think like him kind of like the same thing with Dyson. It's like once you get into the NBA, it's like, well, damn, if you don't do this at an elite level, this is not going to be the thing for you. Like Dyson, not a point guard. I don't think Derek's like an elite. I don't think he's like a super good passer. Like when I went and looked at some of the stuff, because it's like he averages 3 assists to 2 turnovers. So and some of that, even with him as a ball handler, some of that is him just bringing the ball. It was like 3-4 games in a row where Derek is just bringing the ball up the court and somebody just picked this pocket.
But that's the issue. He bringing it up slow and do like dog. He just over like you. In my opinion, you trying to make it about you as opposed to like doing what needs to be done. And I think it lends to the immaturity. I'm telling you, though. Like, I think if you could get, and I don't know if you can get that part right. I don't know if you can get that part right, but it led to me. That's what it is, though. When I watch, I'm still watching these motherfuckers play, and I see it in stretches during the game where, like, and maybe this is coaching.
When you watch some of the older footage.
Yes, I'm watching.
I'm
watching the games, and I'm like, for example, I watch. It was like 3 possessions in a row, bro. Somebody will score. And like normally when they tell you to score, it's like hurry up and get down so we could get into the offense. Do you know how many times the Pelicans get and like just get the ball across half court, bro?
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Yeah. And then DQ,
it'd be like 16 seconds left.
He jogging down like, dog, get your ass down and get into your spot so we could run the offense, bro. So it's just stuff like that to where like if you could remove those things, I think you'll have a chance. I just don't think they can do like. I don't think he can be the primary as if I think he wants to be that, if that makes sense.
Shout out to the homie Chris. Look, it ain't no Queen slander. Shout out to you, bro. I think I just think
DQ on the show is bad. Yes.
I just think that's better. But you know, the bag might be kind of empty because like I just think there's better players I would rather have the ball in their hands making quick decisions. Like I would rather have the ball in Fear's hand. And that's the problem to me. Well, not the problem, but that's a
Fear's
problem.
Had that problem too.
Yeah,
Fear's
like
had that problem too.
When you go back, like sometimes, like he was indeed he's a score first point guard at this juncture. Yes. He got better at passing the ball as time went on. Derek probably kind of came out of the gates a little hot, but he like as the year went on, he just got like progressively worse in every area. But I just if I'm gonna have a primary ball handler this season, I'm just talking about this season. And Zion and Fierce and DeJounte, that's 3 primary ball handlers. One of them is probably going to be in the second unit. And if y'all stagger lineups, Zion, DeJounte, Fierce, one of these dudes is probably going to always have the ball in their hands. So I'm trying to see where, and this is not counting Poole, this is not counting like anybody else. So I'm trying to see where this would happen to where like we in this 2-man game.
Here's an example.
Just setting the table. I just don't see how it works.
Here's an example because we talked about it the other day. Let's say I said he would get used like Hunter, right?
Yeah.
The thing that Hunter does, Hunter's not a great passer at all, right? So if you cut Hunter, probably not hitting you. Like if you cut Hunter, not making no pass to get you a bucket if you cut to the goal. But let's say they running that dribble handoff like him and Fizz or something like that. If somebody on the wing cut, if you set like screen, like DQ could, like he lived on making those types of passes, like the passes to Trey, the live to Zion on the back. So like you could see a world where they run an offense where like if you picking, I don't want to say pick and roll, but like if you running the pick. If you running the pick of the dribble handoff with a person like Fears, and then you got people cutting and moving and stuff like that off the opposite side, like he can make those plays. The issue that he's having is there were times where like he was just overly holding the ball, like trying. If it wasn't like the obvious assist, he was holding it, then getting to the ISO, and it's like, no, bro. Like if it's not there, quickly give it back to Fears and then go back to doing whatever it was just doing. And that's what I'm hoping for.
Here's the thing. I don't see it. We'll get to the star question after this. It's like, I absolutely think he's a ball stopper.
Yeah.
And he's a rookie. So I'm not counting on efficiency too much on jump shots. But for a big man, he finishes really poorly at the rim for a big man. But I also say, but see, that's the thing. Shout out the offensive black stuff.
Right, something like that.
That takes a large level of maturity from Draymond, and Draymond motor is just unbelievable. Like that's what I was saying last season. Me watching him for the games, I was like, for this team, and for him.
No, he definitely, to your point, he gotta do a lot different as far as like the motor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about like the skill set, that's exactly type of roles I can see him in, but he gotta buy into that.
Because, and I'm not saying that he not, but for you to be a total like offensive centric player and survive, you gotta be cold. And like, and if you're not cold, you're gonna always find yourself on the outside looking in. Look, Alfred Payton can get you 20 fucking assists. He might get you 20 assists, 2 turnovers. Kendall Marshall getting you 20 assists. Like these are things that happened. But if a nigga ain't cold, I'm like, well, I don't need 20 assists. I can get a nigga and give me 15 points and 7 assists. I need them 15 points. I needed to be impactful, not just get the numbers.
Impactful.
I need to be balanced. Like with like the trade back cuts, I think it's cool because we never really see easy points. I think it was cool, but I also think it was a little gimmicky and like they kept spamming that shit. But like, and again, if DQ averaged, and he's a rookie, so but he's a rookie that started a lot of games, but he's a rookie. So if DQ averaging 3 assists and 2 of them was the trade back cut. Well, all the other shy ass passing it. And that's
I get what you're saying. You saying
now you got potential assists. Now he might have had a bunch of potential assists because the Pelicans don't shoot well. But I'm still just like, I just don't see it. Like I just don't see it. Son. I wish I did.
So like basically how Joker creates his assists because you gotta guard that motherfucker different, and he passes people open. Certain like Joker creates his assists, like no matter what. Like you're saying, don't have DQs. Not saying don't, but like DQ's assists were created off the offense, not based off of DQ. Is basically
again. The people think I'm probably lying. I swear to God, I watch Derek's film. Like I check it out. A lot of the passes Derek does, I'm like, well, anybody can do that. Like it's not like a spectacular thing. That I swear to God, and I'm not shitting on Derek. I want this to work. He on the team, so of course I'm rooting for him. Like, look, I got this shirt.
I got this shirt.
Derek Queen. Nobody else got a Derek Queen shirt. I was the first person supporting, bro. I want this to work. But what I'm saying too is like Jokic in the post, double team coming. Oh, behind the back pass, over the top pass, skip pass. Like, but if you Derek and you finish, let me see something. If you a big man and you shooting, I don't even know what Derek shoots in on twos. Let's say he's shooting about 45% at the rim.
He shoots 50% on his 2-point attempts.
He's shooting 50% on 2-point attempts. And you don't really command the double team. So you never really gonna be a post advantage creator necessarily, right? So if you're not really a post advantage creator necessarily, and you don't shoot well at this juncture, and you don't have an elite first step, your handle not like filthy crazy, how can you ever create enough of an advantage to break down the defense and create opportunities? Now there is some, because he got enough of a handle to get downhill.
Did DQ lead the team in rebounding?
I don't know, you might have.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Oh my God!
Damn, somebody.
I'm looking it up right now. I think he led the team in rebound. It was 7. That's it.
Damn, that is sad. Like that's sad, bro. But and see, that's the thing too. I'm like, and then on the opposite end, I'm like, you giving up everything you get on the offensive end. I don't see it, dog. Like I just don't see it. I don't see it. I'm not saying it ain't gonna work out. I'm just saying it's like you work across the street. You don't need a Ferrari to drive across the street. The car, like it just, and he ain't a Ferrari right now.
Yeah,
it's like it's like
year 2. I just say year 2. the issues that he having with this, the immaturity is a real thing, bro. To me, the immaturity is like a lot of the stuff you talking about is direct correlation to the immaturity.
You
And
think
I
so?
understand. I do. I think I understand what you're saying about the game, but like, I think a lot of it could be fixed if he's more mature and buys in, bro. Like
But see,
I'm not saying I'll just say this. I'm not saying he gonna be like the star of the team type shit, but I think he could absolutely be a useful player.
Yeah.
You know.
And see, that's the thing. Like, I look at it like, and that's why I say it's unfair. Cause I'm like, are you willing to change how you play, like altogether? Because that's what it's gonna take. Because
Maybe.
like Jeff Teague said this to Derek Fisher said this to Jeff Teague. Like, nigga, you better go watch my numbers in Utah. I used to get buckets. In the NBA, I play a role.
And that's part of being in the league. That's part of what
you gotta find your role.
That's part of what, not just your role in the league. That's what it takes to win.
Yeah,
like that's what it takes to win, though. So like you gotta and again, that's Mosley's job, bro. Figure out what these dudes do or what you need them to do as best you can, and try to put them in a position to where it'll work and be more conducive to winning. Because if you got DQ trying to and I'm not just saying DQ, if you got role players, like if you got Herb shooting 9 to 10 threes, it's dog. Like that's not gonna we're not gonna win like that, bro. So it's just, again, it's more than just DQ, but that's kind of like where it needs to go. And that's another interesting point. I'm wondering if like DeJounte being there for a full season, if DeAndre being there, because he got there relatively early in the season, but like now all of those dudes being there kind of from day one, Mosley from day one, I wonder if there's more accountability also. And think about this, DQ couldn't practice, so you probably couldn't like weed out most of the shit that they probably wanted to weed out anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like he just started when they started playing games. Willie was running one thing, they get fired, and then Borrego terrible, changing line. Like, so maybe you could maybe you could just see a situation. Y'all stupid, bro. Y'all stupid,
bro.
Y'all stupid.
Because the reason I feel this way, because it ain't like I saw like a shot at nigga in college, and now he got to the league, and I'm like, what went wrong? Yeah, I'm just like, what is that? Like, that's why I don't know. Again, that's why for me, that's why I'm like, you got to change how you play. Like you would just have to change how you play, because unless you do these things at an elite level, it's just not worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he should know a lot earlier than it took last season, I think.
Yeah, like
I mean, man. I'm just saying, though, I just think like a full, again, this year too, dog, coming in, you got trained, all y'all got training camp. Like, it should be, I think it should be very easy to decide who's going to do what by the time we get in the preseason and going into the regular season. All this shit should be sorted out like very clearly, in my opinion.
I think Derek would excel, and excel might be a strong word. I think Derek would look better as a high usage player on a very bad team, because then he had the ball in his hands, he could probably do a little bit more. But I think when, like, again, I don't even like comparing them to Joker or Sengun, especially not Joker, because Joker a big motherfucker. Like, that's a big ass dude. So that's why I'll just be like, well, where's the advantage coming from? You know what I'm saying? Like, if the Jokic only also had Michael Porter Jr. This year had Peyton Watson, Murray, Aaron Gordon, like a bunch of motherfuckers that can shoot. And I'm just like, and Jokic he's just incredible. Because even if his handle not like phenomenal, he's so big that when he's driving the paint, you got to get the fuck out of the way.
He's incredible at finishing around the rim.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just kind of like, no, I don't know, bro. This is one of those things where I'm like, I'm totally confused.
You feel like you're in a conundrum? It's a conundrum
because I'm just like, what made you do this? Like, I'm trying to figure out what did Troy see that I'm not seeing? Because I haven't seen it. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly did he see that I'm not seeing. Because
a lot of people say that they thought DQ was the Zion replacement.
I could see that. Whoa, what that went to Lito, homie? Shout out to the homie Lito in the building.
What's good, bro?
What I'm saying, is that a Blazers fan? Yo, nah, I'm not fucking with y'all Blazers fans. Look, this is why I'm not fucking with y'all. Y'all took Michael Potter. Y'all had no reason to do that. I'm tired of y'all being in our business.
Brandon Carlson.
Yeah, you took Carlson, took Potter. Y'all don't need no 5 fucking centers. You got Gang, you got Williams, now you got Potter, now you got Carlson, you still got Klingon. What's up with that, man? Like, it was like that's fucked up. Shout out to the Blazers fans though. Bad luck this season. Just because we competing. I like y'all team though. Nick Richards, I think Nick Richards would probably be one of the best big men available in the free agent market right now. But shout out to the homie Lito, man. Make sure y'all tap in with the homie Lito, man.
For sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to a couple of star questions and get out of here. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Man, I just don't see it, dog. I wish I saw it. Like, I wish I could believe because I want to believe. You know what I'm saying? I want to believe. I just don't see it, dog. I don't know.
I think, bro, listen, at the end of the day,
I don't know.
I think this season and the preseason is going to give you the opportunity. I think it's the immaturity and the mentality. If he can fix those things, I think we'll have an opportunity for him to be a contributor to winning. But it's gotta
It's funny you say that. And shout out, y'all got a bunch of guards too. Shade, like that's
man. Since Shade, man, since Shade, dog.
That was a weird team. You got a bunch of guards.
Shade for Herb, you heard me? What's that?
A lot of talent on that team. I like Portland. You know what? And I guess this is a part of immaturity when you talk about the mentality and things of that nature. My question is, and keep going back to, can you play? Like, that's the thing. I'm just like, can you play? Or you like Zion ain't been mature for years, but Zion can play. Like, there's a couple people in the league, you're like, this dude's a clown, but he could play. Jimmy Butler not mature, but he can play. And it's just like, but can you? LaMelo, but he could play. So it's just like
some people are just like, but not like just ultra talented the way you can get away with that. Everybody can't get away with that. Some people got to be on your best behavior to exist in the league.
Y'all taking all our people. Kyra Lewis was a first round draft pick, bro. I hope it'll work out for Kyra though. Kyra find himself.
I thought Kyra was in Milwaukee on their summer league.
Kyra getting around, man. Keep fighting, brother. I hope he find it. Look, Chris Dunn found his way back to the league. Who was the broke? Was it Burke? No, it wasn't Trey Burke. It was Exum. Dante Exum. Yeah. So shit, it ain't over till it's over. You find yourself a role, and your ass be right back in the league. Keep fighting.
A role. You gotta believe. You gotta a role, bro, and excel in that role.
That's gonna be the new saying for the show. If you ain't cold, you gotta find a role. If you're not cold, you gotta find a role. That's really what it boils down to. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure I hit that like button. We're gonna get to the super chats and get out of here, man. We got Michael Morgan in the building. We say, what's good, bro? Appreciate you always, fam, showing your support with the two-piece. Homie Clarence Live. Happy birthday to your brother Clarence. Coming through with the sub. Bucky say, it's my birthday, Chance. You and L smoking these boys boost. Appreciate you, big dog. Yo, I'm interested to see how you feel about this because I don't really watch the W. Shout out to Adam Hurley. He said Caitlin Clark got to stop crying when she gets bumped in her flat chest. Well, that's a little unnecessary. But
I like I like the W and I like Caitlyn.
Mhm.
I
Caitlyn
think, son, I think I understand people being upset that like you know that her fan base talks about her a certain type of way, but at the same time, she is a superstar. Like I feel like she should be treated as such. You get what I'm saying?
I get it. I think
Same thing with like dog when Juju, like Paige, Juju, all like Livia right now. If you are a star in the WNBA right now, man, don't let these girls beat up on your stars and
beat up the
shorten their
money.
career. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't know, bro. Don't. And I understand the W. They be like, man, it's a physical game. And nah, fuck that. Because y'all trying to get paid, y'all trying to expand, y'all need Caitlyn, bro. Y'all need Caitlyn, y'all need Paige, y'all need Juju when she get like y'all need all of those players to not be fucking missing weeks of the season because they hurt because you know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to choke her out. Like that's not good for nobody.
I do think from the things I've seen, they be beating the piss out of that girl.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And like I don't follow the W like that.
No, it's no, you ain't gotta watch a lot to see that.
Yeah, I was like
damn,
they gotta beat the piss out of her. But hey, you know, shout out to the W. Shout out to Bree.
Yeah,
Look, Bree was in this motherfucker watching from the top rope like Sting. Bree was in this.
What you mean, Bree?
What you mean? Because Bree really tapped in with the W. Bree probably felt like, you know.
Hey, no, I fuck with the W. All I'm saying is that dog, like it's not just for Caitlyn. I'm not saying just for Caitlyn. Mm-hmm. Your stars of the league, like dog. Yes, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Like Steph, bro. If the league was not protecting the Steph Currys,
because I kind of look at it from the standpoint of while you're still building a brand.
Yeah,
it is important to kind of recognize like who some of the golden gooses are. Like if you commit a flagrant foul on damn, her name escaping me from the
I feel like Asia the same way too, man.
Yeah, like if you commit a flagrant,
you lost your mind.
You indefinitely. if you flagrant foul, Andrew Reese,
Asia big, so is there Olivia Miles?
Yeah, a lot of people. I've seen her name come up a lot.
Listen, if you foul Olivia Miles like that, son, I'm ready to throw. Man, y'all got me fucked up, bro.
I understand both sides of it because you don't want to mitigate the competition and the integrity of the game. You want to keep things competitive and physical and things of that nature. But I also will say, you gotta recognize where you're at in the maturation of the league because. When you start getting them revenue numbers and that shit start coming in, then you could kind of balance it out a little more with the physicality. But for right now, that's like I watch wrestling. Right? Shout out to Brock Lesnar. He came back tonight. Right?
Did he?
When The Rock, he came back. Right? When The Rock was The Rock, if you got like the fucking Brooklyn Brawler or the Hurricane, the Hurricane injuring The Rock or Stone Cold, you like, no,
lost your mind.
This is The Rock and Stone Cold. So you gotta you gonna handle them a little more with kid gloves. But what I do also understand, like P. Fowler saying, like Bree saying, and Louisiana girl. Look, shout out to all the ladies. See, we got the ladies in here. The ladies holding it down,
bro.
Listen,
it ain't just. I'm not talking about Caitlyn in general. This is how you need to treat your stars of the W. Like I feel like that about all the stars of the W.
Okay,
Caitlyn be flopping. She do be flopping, but listen, that's cool too.
Because I think Al talking about that. Al talking about like
she on the ground getting, you know what I'm saying, getting choked out. No, bro.
I think it's a delicate balance.
They need more Draymond Greens in the W.
I think it's a delicate balance because again, like with both sides, I understand like what the W is building. So you need that star quality to keep doing what they're doing, putting up in great numbers. But at the same time, you don't want to compromise the integrity of the game. So it's like a delicate balance. But you got to ask yourself, do you want the money long term, or do you want, like in short term, do you want to your pride to be filled because you went out there and played the right way. And it's up to you.
No, listen, CC gotta be tough. CC gotta be tough. I'm not, dog. I'm truly not. You hear me? I'm like, no,
and look, Caitlyn just had the Nikes just come out too. So
yeah, bro. Like, no, man. I'm from New Orleans, bro. Like, I cheered for LSU to like stump them out, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I like Flaugier, and again, I'm ready for Juju to hit the league and pretty much put everything to bed. Okay. Hopefully, she come back off of that.
See, I don't know enough about the league. I'm just speaking of like from like a general business,
a business standpoint. That's my defense of Caitlyn. That's my defense of Caitlyn. It's like, dude, she a star, but she not the only star. Like Brianna Stewart, a star.
Yeah,
fucking
Paige
a star, bro. Liv a star. Asia a star.
Angel
like
Reese.
Angel to a degree is a star, bro. Like you gotta protect the stars of your league. Any league.
Yeah,
any league, even with the NBA to a degree. That's why I like when they just be, and again, it's always been uneven as far as like how fouls go in the NBA. Like Brian get fouled more, Zion get fouled
Kobe.
more, bigger.
Shaq didn't get no fouls. Zion barely get fouls.
Yeah, so like it's different in the NBA to a degree, but I think they need to do a better job protecting some of their bigger name players with the foul calls. But you see, like the smaller players, they absolutely protect them in the NBA. Like you can't do half of the shit the SGA that happened to some of the women in the WNBA, and that's more than just CC.
Well, what up, Nola? Lito say Paige came in and kind of took a little Caitlyn Thunderdog. I still think CC Cole, but Paige got some shit with her. And then Caitlyn get injured last year, right?
Yeah, she got knocked out. I don't know if it was for the rest of the year. I think she got knocked out for the rest of the year. Dog, Paige and them, boy, when they robbed them in that Final Four game against Caitlin Clark, her senior year, boy, that shit had me hot. That shit had me hot, bro. I'm a true women's basketball fan, though. Like legitimately, like I watch college basket. Like
Sophie Cunningham. She was at the UFC thing the other night in the cage barefoot. Sophie Cunningham. Yo, no, I don't know what it is, bro. That I don't know if it might be some type of ancestral rage or something. That finger point thing really bothers me for some reason. Like when it first happened, I was just like, why does this bother me? Like I don't get it. But she was at the UFC thing last night doing her thing. She didn't force her. She doing her job.
Ooh, yeah.
Allison Thompson is getting bodies on the regular, not just Caitlyn. Look, I think this was a good conversation.
Out there choking holes out.
Yeah, like, it was wild. I think this was a great conversation about the W. The W doing their thing, man. They got some strong quality coming in. I hope everybody just stay healthy and stay on the court. And
I've never been to a W game, but I'm excited. I'm gonna definitely catch some LSU women's games this year, dog.
Because I'm supposed to go to a couple Houston games.
Bro, listen, they got a squad this year too. I gotta go see Michaela live. Michaela be getting to it. You know, they just won the 3-on-3 the women's for the USA.
Oh, cool.
She be getting buggers, bro.
It's funny you say that. Look, I'm going on a record and saying that the USA stole that from the Big Three. The Big Three was the 3-on-3 league. The USA stole that concept and implemented it into FIBA and all that. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody.
FIBA USA 3-on-3 been around. That's interesting.
It's only been around like 2 years.
Is it really?
It like just got started. It's only been around a couple years. Like the Big Three been around for like about 7 years.
The Big Three been around for a minute. I've been to a couple Big Three games.
They stole that shit. Shout out to Corey Brewer. He being a Big Three. Shout out to the homie Dakari. He said, "Who y'all most hated Pelican of all time?"
Eric Bledsoe.
Really, Eric?
For me, I fucking hated Eric Bledsoe, bro. Every minute of Eric Bledsoe, I was drool. Ooh, man, it's just disgusting thinking about it.
I don't know if I got a most hated of all time. I can't stand this motherfucker. I don't have one.
You don't think? I probably could think of another one.
It'll probably come to me if I really think about it.
It sounds like Derek.
Nah, Derek.
Derek shit not personal right now.
Not only that, it's just like the team. The team ain't bad because Derek killed the team. Just bad. Fuck. So I have one right now. I don't have one right now. I'm sure I'll get one at some point though. The way shit going.
Okay.
The Cardinals say, "Were y'all more excited about AD or Zion?" I was probably more excited. No, I jumped in the air when we drafted AD. I was like a little kid.
We drafted
I was
AD.
like, we got number one. I kind of felt like we were going to get Zion though.
Mm-hmm. So you ain't have no shock about it when they landed the pick?
I was asleep. I woke up and we just happened to got him. He said Google say FIBA 3-on-3 was in FIBA in 2007. I never heard about it until a couple years ago. I never seen it or heard about it until after the big three.
Maybe nobody just cared. I don't remember nobody.
Maybe nobody cared.
I don't remember nobody playing in it like that. None of the stars playing in it.
Tennessee say, who's the last roster spot here? I guess who gets the last roster spot? Shit, the way it's looking,
they might be open. They went to the season last year with the roster spot open, huh?
Eric Gordon.
No, yeah, Eric Gordon get a lot of hate. Eric Gordon get a lot of hate.
Dog. Lito got a funny Eric Gordon story. I fucked with Eric Gordon. I met Eric Gordon, man. Eric Gordon's a nice guy.
Eric Gordon don't look trustworthy, bro.
You know what?
About him.
What I think will make you hate certain players is when they just don't deliver. Like sometimes you're like, oh, here come this motherfucker. Like I didn't hate Tomas Satoransky, but he was so bad that I was just like, I'm tired of seeing you.
Willie Green don't count, but I think I hate Willie Green.
Willie?
Yeah. I don't know. Willie don't count as like because he a coach, but like I really hated Willie beyond year one. Like year one, I was okay with. Year two and beyond, it just was worse and worse for me. But
for me, it'd probably be Griff. I guess if I had to pick somebody, it would be Griff.
Yeah, it's player wise though. It's motherfucking Eric Bledsoe, dog.
Let's see.
Did that motherfucker walk out the huddle one time or something like that too?
He said I wasn't paying attention. It was versus the Knicks. He was like, I wasn't paying attention.
Yes.
This nigga know who it is, but it's probably Josh Hart. If I had gun to my head, I gotta pick somebody. It's Josh Hart.
It's probably Josh.
Yeah.
Josh was very hateable in my opinion, though.
Josh just talk cash shit, son. Like it's like, bro, it's over. Like, why you keep?
Yeah, Lito had to check Eric.
That's his story to tell.
I know. I'm just looking at it. He was like, it was just a misunderstanding.
Did
the team up on Eric Bledsoe lady?
Did the team
cash money
ever address Queens basketball shape issue? Yeah, they addressing it now.
Yeah,
they addressing it now. I don't want to say too much, but they trying to.
Man.
Bo, shout out to CJ Ray.
Bo just tore his knee up.
Oh, he did. Damn, man. Shout out to Bo.
He was playing overseas. I think he tore his Achilles or something. Not his Achilles, his ACL or something like that.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Bo just never rebound. He just never rebound the ball.
For years I wanted to give Bobo an opportunity here. I thought he would be able to do a bunch of the things that you needed, or at least just be versatile enough. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm more so like if you're not gonna be great on one side, like if we're not gonna be a great team, then just be great at something.
Be fun,
yeah. Cause a lot of mismatches or something like that. Like I wanted to see Brandon, Zion, and Bo all on the court. Just like, no, that shit probably ugly as hell, but it'd be interesting.
I don't know why I follow these old hip hop pages. They were showing a picture of the Brat in 2000. No, the Brat is sexy.
The Brat Cole, yeah.
The Brat
boy,
sexy.
You go back, boy. What's the video she made back in the G with her and Tyrese?
That was the song. That's the picture of the song.
Brad was out there showing them hips, boy. He was out there on the beach.
Shout out to the Brat. Swallow say you'll think. I'm sorry, I skipped Juvenile.
Oh, no, you good.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Say, how do we think Herb looks in Mosley's system? I hope he look invisible. I want him to go. But realistically, I think he look about the same.
I think it'd be fine. I don't really know because, like, what version of his system? Like offensively, defensively?
You probably mean defensively. I think. Go ahead.
Nah, you good.
I was about to say, I think Mosley's system is a lot of physicality. I don't think Herb could compete physically a lot like that.
Ooh, Willie was another good one to hate. Willie Hernangomez was another good
You
one
y'all
to hate.
didn't like Willie Hernangomez?
Fuck no. No, as soon as Griff made the comment, dog, I hated him too.
Oh, he's untouchable. I thought Willie was cool. But
I
but you know why he got to be cool to me? Because I ain't have no expectation of him. Like, cause I was like, whatever. You know another person, dog.
You know who I liked? I say this. You know who I liked a lot? Tim Frazier.
Tim Frazier?
Yeah, I like Tim Frazier, dog.
David West, my favorite Pelican of all time. David West and Tyson Chandler. Them two my favorite.
I like Tyson Chandler a lot too.
Of all time. I didn't really dislike this person. I was just happy when they left. Like, I wanted them to go. Larry Nance. I just couldn't.
When he felt like a manipulator to you.
I just felt yes. I just felt like Larry Nance I felt like this was a timeshare type scheme or something. Like, what the fuck? I just couldn't. I'm like, what are y'all seeing? No, I couldn't see it. But
when he was healthy, he had moments. It's just Willie just took it too far. They took it too far. You supposed to have balance with JV and Larry.
That's the thing. It was like you got to be a coach, but here's the thing: Larry was a politician.
They know.
Like Larry was kind of cutting JV, you know.
So that's my issue. That's my issue with the politics. I ain't mad on nobody politicking for their opportunity, right? But if you politic, I need you to hold up your end of the bargain.
Exactly.
You can't politic and then let me down. Because if you let me down, now I got to do what's best for me.
Because it's like, look, somebody got to go under this bus.
That gonna be me. That ain't gonna be me.
Yeah.
No.
So
now we all fired.
Squallow say, do you think DeJounte is going to mentor affairs like he claimed Tony Parker refused to do him?
Mentor in what way?
I mean, probably.
Like I think they're gonna talk the game and stuff like that. But like yeah, I think you just naturally talk about the game. He ain't like he gonna be sitting there and be like, man, don't fucking ask me nothing. Like I don't think it's gonna be that.
I think
beat the braids off.
Boy, Brett, some serious.
Today, man. Yeah. Listen, you heard the stories where Brad used to kick it with AI, used to get down with AI.
I don't want this. This is a family show, but shout out to AI, boy. The Brett
had himself a good time, man.
Brett's something serious, boy.
No, listen, bro. Them old 90s, early 2000 female artists, bro. Listen, the Foxy Brown's our day. Boy, what?
You know who's sexy too? Tracy Spencer. Like when you see, I'm going too far. Like I'm going too far. I just came across Tracy Spencer the other day. That's what. Now, everybody know Teacher Moses fine.
Yeah,
they was fine. But still,
no, you know what I miss? I know
what that?
The old WWE divas.
God, like I came across a picture of Trish Stratus the other day. Trish was just before her time. You know who was fine too? Deborah. Deborah was fine, bro.
I remember when Stacey Keebler hit the scene with the long legs, boy.
Stacey came from WCW, and then she came over, boy. Lita was all right too before she snaked Jeff.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt, she snaked Matt. The brand new.
What you mean she snaked Matt?
Because the Matt Hardy and Lita used to be with Team Extreme with Matt Hardy and Jeff. Mm-hmm. Then they had a storyline to where she was creeping with Edge, and they took the storyline a little too far, and they started fucking around. So but they put Vince didn't give a fuck. Vince
Vince put that shit on TV, man.
And that's when Lita kind of like stopped wrestling, and like Lita had all these injuries and shit. But
free Vince McMahon, though.
Vince is out. Vince is out the game. I like Vince locked up. I had to think about it. But to answer your question, if I'm Fierce, I'm staying on my toes with DeJounte, and DeJounte be like, you let him talk to you like that? I wouldn't let him talk to me like that. Then you get in trouble. He like, I'll take his minutes, boss. DeJounte real snaky. I'll watch my back about it. But shout out to Ball Train. He the he a Blazers fan. Shout out to the homie. He said, y'all want Anthony Davis back? I'll take
Not
back.
for that. Not for that 250 he talking about. That full max he asking for.
Yeah, but I would love.
You know what? Anthony Davis is some of those people most hated.
I think just how he left. I really think people. Man, I don't even want to say this. I don't want to dig up no old shit, but people give Anthony Davis the beef and pause, but people give him the hate that they should be giving. They should be giving that same hate to Josh Hart. You give Josh Anthony Davis that hate that Josh Hart deserves. Josh Hart deserves that hate, and you giving it the hate to Anthony Davis. Shout out to Lito, man. Way more good memories than
I remember Lito insulting Josh Hart, talking about him wearing the ponytail of his braids through his hat. You heard me? You can't trust nobody like that, though.
Yeah, like Josh Hart just I don't know, though. I don't know. Somebody pissed in his hand grenade or something.
Man, shout out to Cherokee, man. That's going a little far right there. Shout out to Cherokee. Is that her last name?
What you talking about the actress Cherokee?
Yeah, the Cherokee. That's way.
Yeah, that's Cherokee Diaz. Wait a minute. I'm trying. How the fuck we get from R&B to Cherokee?
Well, no, son. I just was thinking about fine women back in the day that just helped mold my youth. Yeah. Shout out to Cherokee.
A bunch of DVDs with no cover. Shout out to Lil Aussie Collector. He said if the season started tonight, give me the starting 5. Who you going with, Al?
DeJounte, Z, Trey, Herb, Eves.
You starting Herb?
Herb gonna start, bro. Herb gonna start. They're gonna give Herb first. What is it? Right of first refusal.
Right of refusal.
First right of refusal. Yeah. Herb is going to get the opportunity to lose his job, right? And I think he should. To be honest, I think he should. So who you starting?
I think if the season started today, it would be Sadiq Bey. Everything the same, but Sadiq Bey starts over Herb.
Do Sadiq Bey have his extension before the season start?
I think so.
If he got the extension, maybe. If he don't have the extension, fuck no.
I think I could even see a world where if we go into the preseason and Bryce McGowan's defending and knocking down that 3, they like, look, Herb, again, if you're looking at Zaire Williamson, if you're looking at Zaire Williams, you're looking at other wings, bro. Somebody is tripping on a wing around this bitch. Like that's what that tells me. Like, and I'm trying to figure out who is gonna be. This is the last question of the night.
Damn.
CJ Raines say Jaden Ivey. Oh, I've been asked about Jaden Ivey quite a bit lately. I thought somebody was joking when they said that.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think Fist of the Black Star might have said that. I thought Fist of the Black Star was joking.
Yeah.
Oh, he got carried off on a literal stretcher. God damn. Thoughts and prayers to him, man. I hope he all right, man. Damn. Prayers to that brother. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Because Jose got carried down the stretcher one time. He was fine. So hopefully it's nothing serious. Of course, I haven't seen the injury, but thoughts and prayers to him.
Yeah.
God damn. He said Diaz. Yeah, it's Cherokee Diaz. Yeah, boy. No, I think Jasmine Cashmere got Cherokee beat. Jasmine Cashmere.
Jasmine, she has some quality material.
I just appreciate a person that give their all to a scene. I felt like sometimes, like Cherokee was mailing some of her games in.
Yeah, Keiki used to be my favorite all time.
Keiki? Oh yeah, I know Keiki. Yeah. I'm saying I know it like with the school. Keiki. You think, bro, Zaire name was Williams or Williamson? Both sound correct. Yeah, no, I'm trying to say Zaire. Zaire Williams, with the Z making me say Williamson. It's Williams. His name is Zaire Williams. And yeah, with the Jaden Ivey thing, I think it came out that the person who was commenting under people's stuff, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it came out that that's not him. That's like a fake page or something.
Oh, okay. The videos look like him though.
Yeah, the videos are certainly him. I think I saw he was in an open run the other day. I think he gonna have to do at least an off season out the league.
Yeah, he gonna have to sit down for a little. You gotta like let people truly forget about you. It was just too, and not just because of like the shit he was saying. Last scene on the court, bro. Like
he was coming back from
he was not
injury.
playing well. Yeah, he wasn't moving well at all. He was talking about not really caring about basketball. Like I ain't got time. I personally don't have time to bring nobody in that don't care about the game. Like we can't afford that here.
He had a bit of a like defeatist attitude as far as like how he was dealing with returning from injury. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was just like, it's over for me. Like this is how he was talking. And but he it looked like a couple weeks ago he was at the Legends League. He played the Lions, then All Stars. He got some run. So at least he playing ball. That's probably what he needs to pour himself into the basketball. He got a couple people in the organization that might give him a shot. I hope he
give Cam Thomas the minimum. Though.
I would prefer to go with Cam Thomas if those are my two
Cam
options.
Thomas the minimum, bro. Let me ask you this: if you put Cam Thomas on this team right now, you think Cam Thomas could make the rotation, crack the rotation?
It just depends on who. Like if you put Cam Thomas on the team, that means you intend on running a small lineup somewhere, right? Because Cam like what 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
So you intend on running you run a small lineup somewhere, but that still means one of your wings gotta go. One of your
Do you think he could play in the system?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the issues, I think people just try to use him in like that microwave like role as opposed to giving him like forcing him to play in a system.
My whole thing is this: it's like, bro, you won't get paid or not, you won't stay in the league or not, because pride comes before the fall. And also on top of that, Cam actually got talent. Yeah, like as far as a nigga that ain't got no talent, it's like I don't give a fuck if you buy in or not. A nigga with some talent, you like, I'll give you an opportunity to fail. You know what I'm saying here? Like if Cam could shoot threes at an efficient rate, he would be signed right now. But since like his 3-point shooting isn't great,
he's a high volume guy.
Yeah, he's a high volume scorer. Like last year he shot 30. No, last year he shot 27% from three. Year before that, shot 32% from three. Yeah, he's an off the bench spark plug that's capable of high highs and low lows. But can he help you win? He can probably help you win in a small role, like with 15 minutes off the bench. If he got it that night, he gonna play. If not, he don't. But he got to be comfortable with that, and he got to buy in, and he got to defend.
Who you rather risk it for? You rather risk the minimum for Cam Thomas or Cam Whitmore?
Cam Thomas.
Okay.
I think
mad at that.
I like
Whitmore. Cam Whitmore might be done, bro.
I think Whitmore, like, you got a second chance on a bad team and they just done with you. So I don't know why you would buy in here, you know.
Yo, like Rick was saying, he said he was trying to start. Like, I guess he made some promises. He probably looking at them dudes like, I'm better than all y'all. And it's like, that shit don't work like that. So
bro, I'm gonna be honest. You really should just stay away from Maryland players, though. Like, just it's something. I don't know what it is, though. But it's like you got Kevin Durant and you got like one other guy, like Kevin Durant and maybe Carmelo.
Bagley is Bagley a DMV player? Ain't
he? Is he? He from DMV?
I think so. I think he's from there. I think he's from around there.
You gotta stay away from him too, because he don't like his 15. So it's like something does not translate. And I don't even want to say DMV. I'm just saying Maryland, because you got motherfuckers from Virginia that like ball out, but it's something about Maryland players though. It just take them a little while to really get going if they not like elite talents. Yeah, and that's if you want to buy that Carmelo. Carmelo had a cup of coffee in New York. If you want to buy, he from New York. Like you know what I'm saying? Nigga, he from Baltimore. Like so. And like Quinn Cook from the DMV.
He had to fight to stay in the league too. He was a two-way dude and a minimum guy and all kind of shit. But he had his mind around. He got him a couple chips.
Say shout out to Pinky. Oh yeah, Pinky, one of the great entrepreneurs, one of the first people that really took her career into her own hands.
Yeah.
And really like
to the next level, man.
Yeah, did it on a major level. I think she really set the standard for a lot of like it's crazy we talking like that. But like she really set the standard for a lot of people. You know, you got the Beauty Dior's, you got the you know who I think is the most overrated person in the game? Just totally overrated to me. Like she go hard, but just over. I ain't get it.
I feel like I know exactly what name you're gonna say.
Jada Fire.
You think Jada overrated?
I just think Jada just overrated, bro. I just couldn't ever really get who you thought about to say.
Roxy. What's her name?
Oh, Roxy. Roxy to me, Roxy nowhere near my top 5, top 10.
Roxy's like, that's what I thought you was gonna say.
I think Roxy overrated too, but
her film is not good.
But you know who deserve. I mean, we ain't talking about like Kitten and all of them. That's like Mount Rushmore people.
Yeah,
but you know who deserve way more respect, and I never see this person mentioned, bro, is Carmen Hayes. To me, Carmen Hayes deserves all the trophies, all the respect, an award named after her. To me, I got Carmen Hayes over. Now, Pinky just gave too much to the game, but
Pinky
I got Carmen Hayes
done a lot. Pinky
over I got Carmen Hayes over Cherokee. Even though Cherokee set a standard, I got Carmen Hayes' skill set over Cherokee. Look,
what's your Carmen? I like Carmen. What's your top? I ain't gonna add. What's your top 2? Your top 2. Your top 2.
I'm a top 2. It gotta be Carmen and Jasmine Cashmere.
That's a tough top 2. Keiki is one of my personal faves.
She just wasn't in the game long. She was like Derrick Rose.
But she was like D Rose to me. She was great for what
it was. While she was in the game.
She was great for what it was that she did. Her skill set was elite. And I got Cherokee as my number 2.
You know who else?
Is my number 2.
Bro, they got so many people that's like they was cold, but they didn't have a long run. Like you got like Flame. There's a lady named Lenore. Okay. Like there was a lot of people who was cold, but they run was just so short. Like or they never really like they was like some of them was like DeMar DeRozan tier. Like they wasn't like in the top.
They wouldn't like God level with it.
Like God level performers. Like can't like but they went hard and they did their thing, you know. But Maya G, she would be somebody in that realm. Maya G, Million Blue, Candace Vaughn. Like they would be like in that range of like promising players. Like they probably could do everything. But then Leo said Jada got me blocked on Twitter, so it was a misunderstanding. During COVID, Jada Fire used to go live right on Instagram, and she would be telling all kinds of stories. Like, wow. See, Corinne Stephens, aka Superhead, she was cool, but she didn't really give a lot to the game. Like, you know, she was
done enough.
No, like, but you got like certain
her shit was exclusive to me.
Like if you're a person who like retro film, like the old school players, got like Obsession and there's a lady named Tyra Butts. I'm talking about. I got her on the court, play for play with anybody. Monet Divine, that's another one. I remember that one. She's still around.
Really?
Monet Divine still around.
Giving back to the game.
Giving buckets. Yeah, still around. Yeah, you know, a lot of people going the independent route. You got leagues popping up all over the place. But
I gotta get back into the game, man. I gotta make sure I keep my eyes everywhere.
Oh yeah, Janet, to me, this is like this. Like,
shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, bro. Y'all on it.
Yeah, y'all recognize the great Janet is like, like it don't get no realer than Janet Jackson. Like, come on, man. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Much love. Tell the people where they can find you at.
Man, listen, bro. Y'all catch me on YouTube, man. Pels in the Blender, bro. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, bro, and like it for sure. Or y'all can catch me Just Say Davis on X. we might have to discuss some of these conversations, bro. Shout out to Cherokee, man. Cherokee.
Shout out to Cherokee, man. So you still out there doing your thing. She had a Drake shout
Thanks.
out recently. You know what's funny, Lito? Roxy Reynolds was actually in a episode of Power last season. Well, not last season. It was some years ago because Kanan was still alive. She was in an episode of Power. This was like
I haven't watched all of Power. I haven't watched Power, bro.
You can stop after the first, like,
yeah.
The spinoff. You don't gotta watch the
spinoff. No, everybody just talking Raising Kanan is like elite. So I just like, man, fuck it. I might just have to go through it now.
I never watched book 2. I just watched Power. And I wanted to watch the Tommy one because Tommy got his own spin. Well, fuck, I don't want this exposed.
They see what I'm saying? No. I know he got a spinoff too. So
yeah, I
see all of them.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, Chaos from Liquid City. Yo, I heard she went to Dillard. You know,
shout out to everybody from Dillard, bro. I got some people that went to Dillard and said they had a great time during those times.
I heard she went to Dillard. This is crazy. Snowfall is a good show. Snowfall got kind of weird after John Singleton died, though. It got I'm on
like season 3 of Snowfall.
So I think that's the last season John Singleton did, if I'm not mistaken. So Chaos, she from New Orleans. They used to have, if anybody got her Instagram, drop her Instagram in the chat. Chaos used to have a company, bro. And I remember this because I had gotten into a fight one time. And never mind, anyway. But they used to have a company called Forefront Entertainment. It used to be called Forefront Entertainment, and it was based in New Orleans. Shout out to Chaos. These people are entrepreneurs and pioneers, and they was trying to put the city on the map, man.
Man, also, if you don't mind, let me get shout out to all the people that what is that on Chef, man? Not Chef, on Diamond, man.
On Walmart. Oh, further down.
That Passions. Shout out to everybody at Passions, man. Doing their thing out there. Keep, you know what I'm saying? Keeping hope alive for all of the people on the East Bank. You hear me? Doing their thing.
I used to like Lil Darlings on Bourbon, but they got rid of Lil Darlings. Yeah, the Darlings had too much going on. The Darlings been gone. They had too much going on. Boy, this show that went so far left. But
shout out to all y'all in the chat, man.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all tap in with Pals of the Blender, man. Holla at my dog Lito. Holla at Just follow me on Twitter at Cheddar Chaz, CHEDDACHAZ. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Shout out to WNBA. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. Shout out to the ladies that tapped in to defend the WNBA, because we had a lot of ladies made their voices heard. Bree, P. Fowler, Louisiana gal, y'all came through and they set it off with the WNBA. We got to have some more conversations.
Man, look, bro, if they won't do the spinoff page, you heard me talking about the W, we could do that.
Yeah, look, let's do that, man. We got to start talking about the W, get the ladies on, hear their perspective on things. Nola J. Nah, I think Missy Stone was so overrated. To me, if you want to talk about the most overrated performer in the game, I think it was Misty.
You think so?
But Misty, she a person that's going. She like Jose. She gonna try hard every game, but I think the impact just wasn't. I don't know if the impact was felt. Oh, she was from the 7th Ward. Okay, I ain't know Chaos was from downtown. Shout out to Chaos, man. Shout out to Chaos. And she can rap. She used to rap too. But
they typically do. They typically multi-talented.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's all about finding what you excel in. But shout out to everybody. Sydney Capri, she was all right. She was underappreciated. Sydney Capri.
Mm-hmm.
The list is
a lot of great. It's a lot of great footage you're talking about, right?
There's so much talent, bro. It's amazing. Yeah, with a weird nigga was like, yeah, man, let's talk. Don't forget about the fellas. Let's talk about. You're like, what?
Yeah. Say, bro, I'm not gonna have that conversation.
Yo, but shout out to everybody, better make sure y'all like, hype, subscribe. We out of here, man. Forefront Entertainment. Yes, indeed. Pre-Katrina New Orleans, man. We gotta bring Pre-Katrina New Orleans back. Yes, indeed. We out. Peace.